Okay, good people. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, guys. There's some stuff going on. Welcome, welcome. We got 97 people in the chat. Can you please, please, please click the like button? Click the like button, y'all. This is breaking news. Dom, come on in, Dom. Come on in. Dom is going to come in and read it for you guys. I had to come on while I'm working. I had to put myself on a little hold for a second so I can bring it to you guys. Here come Dom. Go ahead, Dom. Well, good morning.
Good
Unmute yourself.
afternoon, y'all. Hey, Don.
Mute yourself. Unmute yourself, Dom. Unmute yourself, Dom. Why is he? Why is Dom muted?
Hello,
Who's gonna read
everybody.
it? Hey,
Hello,
Gucci.
Sylvia. Hey,
Hey,
Dottie.
Gucci.
Hey,
Gucci.
Gucci.
What's up, ladies?
On we got some news,
Yes,
and
we
more
do.
news. We got some news, and more news, y'all. It's crazy. Do y'all want the good news or do you want the bad news?
Do the good one first. Always
Yeah,
start with a
Okay.
good one.
I
Good
agree.
news. On the same
Yo, my bad.
article,
I thought
sorry.
I was unmuted. My fault.
Well, Dom is going to read the other part. But on the good news, y'all, guess what? We're getting some traction. We were on the Tribune, Chicago Tribune. They talk about us reenacting the transcript. So there are people looking at this channel. Okay, I just want to tell you guys that they're looking at our channel. They talked about. It says there's a blogger. I'm gonna read you the article. Hold on, y'all. And shout out to Anna. She happened to be the one who seen this article. I didn't see it, but the article basically says as the trial has been unfolding in New York, one blogger who posts under the name of Infamous Sylvia has been using actors for read out loud for the trial transcript, recreating what she bills as a role reenactment. Y'all, look at that. Look at God. Look at God.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah. Go ahead, Dom. You can read the rest now.
See, hey, when you're doing good things, that's what happens. That's hey, it's bound to happen. Now you really about to have haters.
I know. Haters,
Damn.
y'all. I'm going to show y'all the article in a minute.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. See if I can pull it up. Okay, so it says Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Yes.
Okay. It says ex prisons officer suspected of leaking R. Kelly's jail communications to blogger Federal Records show. And this is by Jason Meissner, Chicago Tribune, at 1:47 p.m. R&B superstar R. Kelly had been locked up at Chicago's federal jail for 4 months when a popular YouTuber touted an inside scoop on the singer's tumultuous relationship with two girlfriends still living in his high-rise apartment. Apparently wanting to keep the women in his camp, Kelly allegedly had a friend bring $1,500 in cash to the Trump Tower to help pay their bills. Blogger Tasha K said in an exclusive video posted to her YouTube channel in November of 2019. One of them, Joycelyn Savage, was angry she'd been kept off of Kelly's visitors list, according to Tasha K. The other, Azriel Clary, had left the apartment and not come back, throwing Kelly into a tizzy, she said. How did Tasha K know all this? Well, she wasn't telling. And this is quote, yeah, there's a phone tap somewhere and I'm not going to tell you where it's at, Tasha K told her viewers during the 19 minute video, which has so far collected 328,000 views. I have the plug. I'm not going to tell you where I got the information from, but just listen to the damn information, okay? Now, it appears federal investigators allegedly know exactly how Tasha K was plugged in. A federal search warrant. A federal search warrant. So, Tasha K, you stupid for that. It's a federal case. A federal search warrant recently unsealed in Chicago shows that agents seized a laptop from a U.S. Bureau of Prisons officer who was suspected of illegally accessing Kelly's recorded phone calls, emails, visitor logs, and other restricted information during his stay at the Metropolitan Correctional Center on West Van Buren Street. The female officer, who at the time worked as a disciplinary hearing officer, get this part, you guys. This part is crazy right here. The female officer who at the time worked as a disciplinary hearing officer at a federal prison in Wisconsin accessed Kelly's records more than 150 times in a 6-month period in 2019, even though the officer was not assigned to the MTC and had no official reason to be looking them up, according to the 24-page document obtained by the Tribune. The officer, identified only as Officer A, also emailed herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records, according to an affidavit. According to an affidavit from an investigator with the U.S. Justice Department's Inspector General's office. The officer retired in December 2019. According to the affidavit, she has not been charged. The unsealing of the search warrant comes in the middle of Kelly's racketeering trial in New York on charges alleging he was the head of a criminal enterprise that for decades recruited girls and young women and held them against their will to satisfy Kelly's illegal sexual appetites. Kelly is identified in the warrant only as inmate A, though he's described as a, quote, nationally recognized celebrity whose criminal case has received media attention. Sources confirmed the investigation and videos referenced in the federal document line up with Kelly-related videos posted on YouTube. In an emailed statement Tuesday, a BOP spokesman wrote the Bureau could not comment on, quote, issues pending investigation for privacy, safety, and security reasons. The documents offer a glimpse into the unbridled cottage industry that has sprung up on social media since the allegations against Kelly exploded in 2019 with the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly, which eventually led to federal indictments in Brooklyn and Chicago, as well as similar charges in Cook County. Since then, Kelly's supporters and detractors have devoted countless hours on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram parsing every last detail of the singer's life and the charges against him. When a South suburban woman posted Kelly's $100,000 bail in the Cook County case in February 2019, she instantly became a hot topic of conversation, with some bloggers on social media calling for a boycott of the restaurant she owns, while others wrongly identified her as the operator of a Southside daycare. Get this part right here. This is where they're talking about Sylvia. As the trial has been unfolding in New York, one blogger who posts under the name Infamous Sylvia has been using actors for read aloud from the trial transcripts, creating what she bills as role enactment. But perhaps none of the gossip mongers has been as successful as Tasha K, whose celebrity news dispatches on the YouTube channel Unwind with Tasha K regularly garner hundreds of thousands of views and presumably significant advertising dollars. The 39-year-old Atlanta-based blogger, whose real name is blank blank, often touts her videos as offering exclusive information and insight into Kelly's world, with interviews of key players as well as updates on the allegations, including many that go far beyond even the most salacious details offered in court. According to the warrant, the warden of Chicago's MCC first reported to the BOP Internal Affairs on November 22nd, 2019, that Tasha K, quote, had revealed sensitive law enforcement information regarding the celebrity identified as Kelly, including, quote, information that would have been known to BOP employees who had monitored inmate A's telephone calls or accessed the recordings of those calls. The warrant mentions 3 specific videos posted by Tasha K that are all still publicly viewable on YouTube. So she's probably going to take them down. I would go look if you know. Among them was on November 8th, 2019, video titled Exclusive New R. Kelly Enablers Revealed, where she appears to scroll through her cell phone while reading a summary of a recent call between Kelly and Savage. that was recorded on the jail's system. Quote, I got some explosive information, Tasha K says after taking a sip of white wine from a large goblet. So Rob called Joycelyn and she was crying hysterically. She said Azriel was leaving the Trump Tower and she was not coming back. Now I told you I got the effing plug. So this is all facts. Another video posted on December 22nd, 2019, which that was the day that the lady retired. So just above it says that on December 22nd, 2019, the officer who leaked this information to Tasha K retired on this day that she gave the emails up. So it says another video posted on December 22nd, 2019 was titled, quote, R. Kelly released emails prove he can't read or write, according to the affidavit. The 16-minute video, which has more than 512,000 views rather, as of Tuesday, features Tasha K reading verbatim from emails Kelly purportedly sent from jail to Savage a month earlier, including details of how he misspelled the word hi as hey, H-A-I. I'm not going to put it up here because, quote, I'm not going to put it up here because this is considered somebody's private information or whatever, she says, using air quotes as she looks down at her phone. But you know my word, trust me. Tasha K could not immediately be reached for comment Tuesday. A review of Officer A's logins to the Bureau of Prisons internal information system, meanwhile, showed that the officer had improperly accessed Kelly's records 153 times between July 15th, 2019, when Kelly first arrived at the MCC, and December 12th, 2019, shortly before her retirement, according to the warrant, because she retired 10 days after that on the 22nd. During that time, the officer also accessed and printed out Kelly's visitor logs and payments made into and out of his commissary account, which included the names of people sending money to Kelly while he was in jail, and according to the warrant. On November 13th, 2019, the officer sent herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records from her official BOP email to a Gmail address registered to her, according to the warrant. Among that information in the scan was a log of Kelly's emails, including some later divulged by Tasha K in her video blog. The warrant sought permission to search Officer A's desktop computer for any evidence of a crime, including any internet searches of R. Kelly, as well as financial transactions or discussion of payments with Tasha K. There you have it. So that's serious. You can't do that. And how dumb can you be to like at least screenshot the stuff? You know something. I'm not giving people ideas, but at least screenshot it, and then you went on your own BOP laptop, logged in, went to his thing. You're not even at MCC in Chicago. You're in a whole different state in Wisconsin, logged into his stuff 153 times and then sent it to Tasha K. And I know she probably paid you, but no money amount is worth you getting federal charges. I mean, that's stupid.
Wow.
So
wow. Thank you, Don, for reading that. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. It's crazy. Yes, Miss Laverne, this is crazy.
Right, Stevie, get the lawyers on the line. Let's find out what's going to happen next.
Huh?
I said, now you got to get the attorneys on the line to find out what happens now.
Okay, I will do that.
right.
I will contact them and let them. You know what? Let me reach out to them right now and see what their input is on that one.
I just don't. And what's crazy to me is I remember watching that both those videos, right? And I was like, that's weird. But like the way when she had showed the email or whatever, she did show something. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, that looks kind of legit. I was like,
what she showed? She showed his visitation list.
Right,
yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah. And I was like, that looks kind of legit. You can't just make that up. And I'm like, so how can she be getting that? And then I remember her saying, she has the plug or whatever. And I'm like, this is not like she's just telling someone in her personal life. You're putting this on social media. Like, how dumb can you be? And you're not a small blogger. you get hundreds of thousands of views, someone is bound to say something or see it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it makes no sense. So
Wow, this is
that's
crazy.
serious.
And y'all remember how they got mad at remember they said that remember there was a motion sent in by the attorney and regarding to there was cameras inside the visiting room. Remember
Right.
that?
Right.
And
I
they were
remember.
saying no, there was no such thing. And remember they mentioned that in the motion.
They said that that was odd for that to still be there, and
Exactly.
it was Leonard that went on the record and said that jail is old and it's been there for a while, and back in the day, that's how they used to talk to the prisoners or something like that, and they just never removed it. But the person that had videotaped it
You're going in and out, Dottie. Yeah, you're going in and out. We can't hear you.
Hey, Sylvia,
Dottie, we can't hear you. Go ahead, Gucci.
you know what? God is a good God. You remember you remember when me and you used to talk a lot in November, and I used to tell you that somebody was watching your show a lot to get a lot of
Are you able to hear me now,
information.
Sylvia?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you
ma'am.
now,
We
Dottie.
can hear you. Yeah, you sound better now. But Sylvia, you remember when me and you used to talk, and I used to tell you somebody watching your show all late hours of night?
Yeah.
That's who did it. Because I remember when that night they was mad that Tasha K did it, and remember I asked you how the hell she get that?
Yeah.
I know who did it, and that's good for her ass. Hope her ass go to jail.
Gucci.
See,
I don't.
Gucci,
I don't wish nobody go to jail.
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
me
that's
neither.
God.
But
I
Hey,
Gucci,
was
y'all can
never
hey, hey,
mentioned.
hey, y'all can
Gucci.
keep y'all stuff to yourself. What I said is my thing. I wish her ass go to jail, just like she was wishing Rob go to jail.
Hey,
That's how
that's
I
you.
feel.
But look,
Right.
my thing
And
is
I'm gonna
this.
speak mine. I hope her ass go to jail.
Go ahead, Dottie. You was
Well,
finished. Go ahead.
Dom, you might need to read again after Dottie talk because people coming in. There's about 455 people in the chat, and they
Okay.
hadn't heard what you read. But go ahead, Dottie.
Yeah, go ahead,
Oh,
Dottie.
you mean what I was talking about before?
Yeah, before you cut out.
So no, I was saying that they there was an investigator that came from out of state to visit Rob in Chicago, and he mentioned that there was like a little box inside of the room where they were having their conversation, and he asked why was that there because it could be a camera planted in there. There's no telling who on the other side of that. And
Right.
so Leno actually went on record when asked about it, and he said that the jail was pretty old, and that was a form of back in the day when they had to communicate with the inmates. I guess they would be on camera and they would be talking to their attorneys. Their attorneys would be in another room and they would be on the camera. And that was pretty old and it was outdated. They wasn't using it anymore. And it was nothing for nobody to be worried about. That was just, he just blew it off as like saying
Like it was nothing.
the investigator that came and seen it, he just wasn't used to seeing something like that. So
Right.
he didn't know how the jail was set up. But Leonard was like, that's kind of normal, but it didn't mean that they were listening in. He said nobody's listening in on his conversations or no records or anything like that is being leaked. But to my understanding, there was always a issue that other people did feel like his information was being leaked.
Right. And see, my thing is this. I mean, Leonard basically what he was saying was he tried to make it seem like the investigator was crazy. He's never seen nothing like that, whatever, whatever. But that's completely I know exactly what you're saying, but my thing is they actually accessed his actual records, like logging into his every inmate has a log. And that lady, the officer was literally logged. She's in Wisconsin. She's not even at the Chicago MCC. And she was a disciplinary officer. So she had access to any inmate, any federal inmate's information. So what she did was log into her computer and she started going through all his jail records, probably his health records. That's probably how Tasha K said the man got
Well,
herpes and whatever else
well, if that's the
allegedly.
case, that's a violation of HIPAA. So
Exactly.
that's another.
Exactly. So that's another crime, right? So they need to check on that because I'm pretty sure Tasha K said that. I remember. So, but she
Oh,
logged
that
into her computer and accessed all of his records, the emails and all that, the visitation. That's illegal. And see, I think the officer, she got to be up in age. I mean, no one just retires. I mean, maybe not. You could be young, whatever. I'm just assuming you're probably, 50s, whatever, 60s, whatever, because you're retiring. But she probably thought either for two reasons. Either Tasha K gave her a bag, maybe 30,000, 50. I don't know how much. I'm saying maybe that's alleged. That's not, I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't know. Maybe that could have happened because what would make you retire? Or two, you said, I'm about to retire before they can get me. So she
Right.
retired the
Right.
day Tasha K dropped that title thing where it says R. Kelly's released emails. That was the day that lady retired.
That's the day when she said she fucked me.
Exactly. So she literally retired on the day Tasha K posted the video when it says R. Kelly's released emails. So
So
she
Yep.
my
was trying to save herself. You
so
see?
my question is, okay, more than likely she retired because of that video.
Right.
Yep.
Because you just opened the
Exactly.
door for a lot of speculation. Where are you getting these emails from? And if you show the screenshot and it's a federal agent watching your videos, they gonna know, oh, that's official. So that's what
Exactly.
already sparked their curiosity to dig deeper. So she retired. But my thing is, was Tasha K? Did somebody tell her that she would be exempt from being prosecuted if by saying that? Because
That's what
why
I'm
would
trying
you
to
go
figure.
on there and say something like that? Did you not think that receiving this information was not a crime? But
Right.
that's why I asked
Exactly.
if you bring the attorneys on. That's a good question. Is that a crime for her to receive it?
Yes, Daddy,
Hell
it
yeah, that
is.
is. That's
It is. It
conspiracy.
is, Daddy, because
That's
it's
I can't
government.
see
conspiracy.
somebody being that stupid to
She
do
is.
something like that.
Dottie,
You know what I'm
She
saying?
is.
you would be
She is.
surprised. She has lawyers, so she probably thinks she's protected. That's like
Yeah.
if you go steal a brand new Mercedes right now, bring it to me. I'm joyriding around like, hey, this is my car. That's a crime. I'm going to jail for driving a stolen car. You can't. I don't know what
Okay.
exactly, but that's conspiracy.
Did
You
she
can't.
think that it would be a because remember at some point she said the feds came and talked to her and they wanted all of that stuff that she had on Rob, remember?
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
is she going did she feel like, dropping all this R. Kelly stuff is bigger and getting her platform established than them just coming and maybe her just getting a slap on the wrist because she's mentioned the feds and talking to the feds several times.
Yes, she did.
Right. But
Yes, she
I
did.
don't think you can get out of this. I just don't
Daddy,
because
the thing is, Daddy, I think, like you said, that lady felt betrayed it and she quit. But,
right. Right.
but I can tell you one thing: she's gonna throw Tasha K under the bus.
Hell yeah.
She's
I
not
Hell
mean,
gonna
yeah.
take. She's not gonna
Tasha K
take that
for
charge.
herself because she went on she did videos with the information.
Right.
But still,
So,
Dottie, see what people have to realize is it doesn't matter. Just because you post videos on a situation or you're a news thing, you're not exempt from stuff like
right.
that.
Execution.
You know?
Okay.
You're not
Right.
Right.
like CNN, they couldn't even do something like this. They can't do that. No one can
Right.
access. It doesn't matter if it's Michael Jackson in that prison. You can't access their stuff. That is
Right.
illegal. Period. You know what I
Uh,
mean? No one can access that. And it's not like she is the warden and she's like, okay, I need to access his stuff because there was some stuff. Let me look it up. That's different. She illegally accessed it and then gave it to essentially a random person.
Right. So
You
let me
see,
ask you
like
this. Now let me ask you this. Now in court they said that Azriel became a federal informant January the 8th of what 2020.
2020. Yep.
So, but her calls to Rob and Rob's calls to her was recorded before that time.
Right.
So, was this employee also recording those calls? Since at
Right.
that time,
w-
Azriel and her dad was affiliated with Tasha K. So, is that how Rob's calls was getting recorded and being leaked?
Well, see, yeah. So every call is recorded. It's the fact. It's the matter of leaking it.
Leaking
So
it,
so
right?
yeah. So it literally said on the article, which I'll read again. It said that the officer was able to. So they have a whole file, and I didn't know this until I read the article. It says that they have a file for the jail logs. They have a file for the recorded calls, for the emails.
Oh,
So it's a file. So they literally
it
any
must be
call that
the
he's
cause.
on, yeah, any call that he's on, they can go and see the probably the file and just click every call and then it'll listen to the call. You
Okay,
understand what I'm
so
saying?
then does that mean that because Azriel released those calls and you're not supposed to record federal calls, but she obviously did, somehow they got so I'm just what I'm saying is they all connected. So it wouldn't be just Tasha K and that officer. Would they be implicated in this as well? Because
They
to
should
leak
be.
a federal call, that's a crime too.
They should be, because see what I think what happened on if this is true, if that's what Azriel did, then she had to record it on her end when she called in and was just recording it. You see what I'm saying? And then
But
she could have gave that to, which is illegal. She could have gave that to her father, and then her father, Angelo, should be locked up, but he probably gave it to Tasha K. You see what I'm
But
saying?
more
So it's
than likely,
all
the way this is going, more than likely, the jailhouse lady actually took that recorded call
right.
and sent it to Tasha K.
Exactly. At this point, it's her. At this point, it's all
Okay.
that officer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's just all I can say is wow.
And see, my thing is this: I don't understand how you think you can get away with that. Like that's, you know how they always used to accuse Sylvia of, looking people up on her government computer. She's like, how stupid can you be?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
This
Because you
lady
get
went on
caught
a,
every time.
yeah, like you can't log into your. That's like a police officer on his the little computer in the car watching porn. You
But
like, come on,
they
dude.
track you every because you have
Yeah,
like a little kind login code thing. It tracks
right,
every movement you go into. If you have no reason to be in that particular file, it's gonna put a mark on you. It gets a stamp of your initial and who you are. That's getting that information. So
right,
you cannot go into any kind of database in the government computer for you and them not know that you was in there. So.
exactly. And
Mhm.
someone just said, who told the Tribune? Well, it said at the bottom that well, first of all, there's paperwork on it. Like there's an affidavit, a search warrant, a federal search warrant. The BOP spokesperson is the one who informed them. The the um the I can't think of the person who
Man,
oversees the prison.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
But I just thought about it. I wonder if that's the reason all of this. Remember, I just said yesterday on the live that on the 31st of August, his attorneys had requested all of his stuff. Remember when he was transported? One, they didn't give him none of his shit, and then they actually
Right,
had to ask the judge on the 31st to order all of his legal documents, his mail, and things like that. I wonder if that's something that sparked the investigation.
right. Okay, so they're saying they want me to read it again, so I'm gonna read it for you guys because people
Hold
came
on,
in late.
something. Is it just me? His phone sound like really robotish.
Can you hear me?
It's your phone, Dottie, because I hear him well.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, let me know when y'all ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so for the people just coming in, this is an article that was released an hour ago at 1:47 p.m. Chicago Tribune. It says ex-prisons officer suspected of leaking R. Kelly's jail communications to blogger Federal Records show. So this isn't he say she, it's Federal Records. R&B superstar R. Kelly had been locked up at Chicago's federal jail for 4 months when a popular YouTuber touted an inside scoop on the singer's tumultuous relationship with two girlfriends still living in his high-rise apartment. Apparently, wanting to keep the women in his camp, Kelly allegedly had a friend bring $1,500 in cash to the Trump Tower to help pay their bills, blogger Tasha K said in an exclusive video posted to her YouTube channel in November 2019. One of them, Joycelyn Savage, was angry she'd been kept off of Kelly's visitor list, according to Tasha K. The other, Azriel Clary, had left the apartment and not come back, throwing Kelly into a tizzy. She said, how did Tasha K know all this? Well, she wasn't telling. Quote, yeah, there's a phone tap somewhere, and I'm not going to tell you where it's at, Tasha K told her viewers during the 39-minute video, which has so far collected more than 328,000 views. Quote, I have the plug. I'm not going to tell you where I got the information from, but just listen to the damn information, okay? Now, it appears federal investigators allegedly know exactly how Tasha K was plugged in. A federal search warrant recently unsealed in Chicago shows that agents seized a laptop from a U.S. Bureau of Prisons officer who was suspected of illegally accessing Kelly's recorded phone calls, emails, visitor logs, and other restricted information, during his stay at the Metropolitan Correctional Center on West Van Buren Street. Sorry. The female officer, who at the time worked as a disciplinary hearing officer at a federal prison in Wisconsin, accessed Kelly's records more than 150 times in a 6-month period in 2019, even though the officer was not assigned to the MCC and had no official reason to be looking them up, according to the 24-page document obtained by the Tribune. The officer, identified only as Officer A, also emailed herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records, according to an affidavit from an investigator with the U.S. Justice Department's Inspector General's office. The officer retired in December 2019, according to the affidavit. She has not been charged. The unsealing of the search warrant comes in the middle of Kelly's racketeering trial in New York on charges alleging he was the head of a criminal enterprise that for decades recruited girls and young women and held them against their will to satisfy Kelly's illegal sexual appetites. Kelly is identified in the warrant only as inmate A, though he's described as a, quote, nationally recognized celebrity whose criminal case has received media attention. Sources confirm the investigation and videos referenced in the federal document line up with Kelly-related videos posted on YouTube. In an emailed statement Tuesday, a BOP spokesman wrote, the Bureau could not comment on issues pending investigation for privacy, safety, and security reasons. The documents offer a glimpse into the unbridled cottage industry that has sprung up on social media since the allegations against Kelly exploded in 2019 with the Lifetime docuseries Surviving Lies, which eventually led to federal indictments in Brooklyn and Chicago, as well as similar charges in Cook County. Since then, Kelly's supporters and detractors have devoted countless hours on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram parsing every last detail of the singer's life and the charges against him. When a South suburban woman posted Kelly's $100,000 bail in the Cook County case in February 2019, she instantly became a hot topic of conversation, with some bloggers on social media calling for a boycott of the restaurant she owns, while others wrongly identified her as the operator of a Southside daycare. As the trial has been unfolding in New York, one blogger who posts under the name Infamous Sylvia has been using actors for read aloud from the trial transcripts, creating what she bills as role enactment. But perhaps none of the gossip mongers has been as successful as Tasha K, whose celebrity news dispatches on the YouTube channel Unwind with Tasha K regularly garner hundreds of thousands of views and presumably significant advertising dollars. The 39-year-old Atlanta-based blogger, whose real name is blank blank, often touts her videos as offering exclusive information and insight into Kelly's world, with interviews of key players as well as updates on the allegations, including many that go far beyond even the most salacious details offered in court. According to the warrant, the warden of Chicago's MCC first reported to BOP Internal Affairs on November 22nd, 2019, that Tasha K, quote, had revealed sensitive law enforcement information regarding the celebrity identified as Kelly, including, quote, information that would have been known to BOP employees who had monitored inmate A's telephone calls or accessed the recordings of those calls. So the crime was committed before she retired. That's just fact. The warrant mentions 3 specific videos posted by Tasha K that are all still publicly viewable on YouTube. Among them was on November 8th, 2019. So y'all go record that. Y'all go download that. Among them was on November 8th, 2019, video entitled Exclusive New R. Kelly Enablers Revealed, where she appears to be scrolling through her cell phone, while reading a summary of a recent call between Kelly and Savage that was recorded on the jail system. Quote, I got some exclusive information, Tasha K says, after taking a sip of white wine from a large goblet. Quote, so Rob called Joycelyn and she was crying hysterically. She said Azriel was leaving the Trump Tower and she was not coming back. Now, I told you I got the effing plug. So this is all facts. Another video posted on December 22nd, 2019 was titled R. Kelly released emails proves he can't read or write. Y'all go download that. According to the affidavit, the 16-minute video, which has more than 512,000 views as of Tuesday, features Tasha K reading verbatim from emails Kelly purportedly sent from jail to Savage a month earlier, including details of how he misspelled the word high as hey, H-A-I. Quote, I'm not going to put it up here because this is considered somebody's private information or whatever, she says, using air quotes as she looks down at her phone. Quote, but you know, my word, trust me. Tasha K could not immediately be reached for comment Tuesday. A review of Officer A's logins to this is where it gets important, you guys. A review of Officer A's logins to the Bureau of Prisons internal information system, meanwhile, showed that the officer had improperly accessed R. Kelly's records 153 times between July 15th, 2019, when Kelly first arrived at the MCC, and December 12th, 2019, shortly before her retirement, according to the warrant. During that time, the officer also accessed and printed out R. Kelly's visitor logs and payments made into and out of his commissary account, which included the names of people sending money to Kelly while he was in jail, according to the warrant. On November 13th, 2019, the officer sent herself a 12-page scan of R. Kelly's jail records from her official BOP email account to a Gmail address registered to her, according to the warrant. Among that information in that scan was a log of R. Kelly's emails, including some later divulged by Tasha K in her video blog. The warrant sought permission to search Officer A's desktop computer for any evidence of a crime, including any internet searches of R. Kelly, as well as financial transactions or discussions of payments with Tasha K. That's it. Damn. That's all I got to say. And see, she probably thought, like I said, because she retired, that she's in the clear. But see, they go off when the crime was committed. You see what I'm saying? So the crime was committed. I mean, throughout those 6 months, that was all illegal. But, you know, all that stuff was happening throughout the 2019 for that 6 month span. So you can't just commit a crime and then retire and then say, oh, I'm good. That's not how it works. So basically, it's going to be them telling on each other, in my opinion. Because from my understanding, I mean, Tasha K, she at least has lawyers and all that. If you even post something of her up, she's saying, I'm sending my lawyers at you. Like, so she at least has a good, good representation. That officer, I don't know. Because she's probably, average, like a normal, working class person. So I don't know, but basically, well, from my opinion, the officer is going to say, well, she didn't just do this on her own. I mean, she could have said, you know what, I'm going to send this to Tasha K, or maybe Tasha K knew her through someone or knew a friend that knew her and said, you know what, I can access this. So someone started that line of communication, and that's what they're going to get to the bottom of. Who reached out to who? You see what I'm saying? So they're equally, in my opinion, they're equally responsible. You can't just leak people's private information. It's not like she said, I think, or, I just read an article and this says it in an article. That's different. But when you start getting people who are actually in the jail doing illegal shit, you're equally responsible. And then you go and post this man's private stuff. I'm not with that.
I agree with you, Dom.
I'm not with that. And it's not fair to R. Kelly and anybody else. If it was R. Kelly, if it was a random person in the jail, I don't want my jail records leaked. And they also need to investigate. I would tell the attorneys as well, or the attorneys need to look into it. Is like I said earlier, I specifically remember she saying R. Kelly had herpes, and this was back in before anybody even mentioned herpes.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so that tells me if this officer had access to jail records, phone records, recorded calls, the money coming in and out, right? That tells you know what that tells me, that she has access to his health records as well. Because why else would the officer not? Not only that, if you guys recall, not to put this on the forefront, but remember Tasha K back then, she was saying Rosanna Lanfair was sending money to R. Kelly. You guys remember that? How would she even
I
know this type
remember.
of stuff?
I remember.
You know, how would she know that? So this only proves that what she was doing was, or saying was, could be true or true, whatever. And either way, that's illegal. So if someone's out there, if you guys could record, download those videos, because she's gonna pull those videos down. She's pulling those videos down in the next probably hour or two. That's facts. She's pulling that down. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, I'm going to share Nobody's Anything. She's live right now, and I said I was going to share her live. Just
Okay.
bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. Dom, talk to the people while we still wait.
So what you guys think? What are your guys' thoughts on this in the chat? I think they should equally be held responsible. I don't care if you're a blogger, you're seeing it. Just like this, you guys, let me put this in perspective. Remember when Michael Avenatti went to CNN and he allegedly had a tape of R. Kelly or whatever, and underage girl, whatever, allegedly, and he brought the video to CNN, and CNN viewed it. A few people who worked at CNN viewed it, and they commented on it on live air on national TV. That is a crime. You can't just give, like, you didn't give it to the prosecutors. You didn't give it to the. So come on now.
That she was talking to Joyce Lynn. I did a live about that ASAP. And she sat there and tried to say that Tyson was a dick sucker and he was probably a gay nigga that R. Kelly's fucking with. You really tried to sit here and slander R. Kelly supporters like your hands was clean, bitch. The nerve of you, Tasha K, bitch. You need to be done. You're canceled. That's it. Let me find that exact video so that I'm not giving y'all the wrong name. Because the name of the video is not Tasha, bitch. I call her Tasha, bitch. Because I hate this bitch. You know, this whole time this case was going on, I was sitting there, from the summer all the way to the winter, looking at Tasha K talk this shit about R. Kelly, and I couldn't believe the things that she was saying. I couldn't believe the things that she was saying. I feel like let's show support to his defense team, because Kanik never panicked, and Nicole is cold with it. Y'all got shit fucked up. Y'all got something fucked up. So let me go back and see what's the name of this video exactly, so y'all can go back. It's another video with Tasha K, and her face is the thumbnail. Oh, that's the wrong channel.
Okay, I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to because she's going to show her, because I don't want Tasha to try to strike my page.
Oh yeah, because she's going to do that today.
She will strike it.
She's going on a rampage today for sure. She's mad. I know she got to be mad.
Can you hear her still?
It's very low. I can barely hear.
Oh, just anybody want to see it? Just go to Nobody's Anything. She's live talking about it. I just don't want her to try to strike my page, because we need to keep reenacting what happened on in the transcript, because if you put her out there, she's gonna try to strike me, and I don't want that. So
it's better to be safe.
Better
be safe.
Yeah, we rather stick to it. Yeah. You digging me? Just put the link out there, guys. If you want to go to her page, you can go straight onto her page, and follow her. Follow Dottie as well. Someone please put Dottie's page out there too. We're trying to get Dottie back to New York, guys. I need you guys to help her get back to New York. Those of you who knows how to get some hotel discount, we need some hotel discount for Dottie, because she's going back on tomorrow, and she need a hotel discount. Anybody that has a connection, send me an email and get our girl over there back to New York so she can get us the information firsthand and not have to get it second fake hands. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Second
Right.
fake hand. We can't afford that. We're on a
Right.
mission, y'all. We're on a mission, and we got to get this thing going. Those who want to donate to Dottie, somebody please put Dottie's Cash App out there because she's flying out tonight, and we need to get her a hotel. She's trying to get the hotel.
Right. Yeah, you guys see, this is something that I'm willing to, people should donate to. Because she's actually giving great detailed information on what's actually checking. That's not, you're not just going there writing a few things down, coming out like saying what you think you know or you think you heard or trying to remember everything you heard. She's actually detailing basically verbatim what's going on in the courtroom. So definitely hit her Cash App, guys.
Yeah, hit her Cash App. Those who have discount, whatever, to the hotel, please send me an email so I can get it over to her to try to get her out there because we need her out there. I'm going out there on Sunday. God bless me with somebody blessed me with a flight ticket. They told me not to tell who it is, but they blessed me with a
Oh,
flight.
dope. That's what's up.
They blessed me with a flight. They
Hey,
got me to New York, so I'll be in New York on Monday.
that's
Um,
what's up.
yeah.
Hey,
So we
shout out
can't
to them. Shout
shout
out to
out to
them.
the people who's touching and changing
Undisclosed.
lives. Yeah, undisclosed. Shout out to
Yes,
that person.
that's
Um,
what's up.
yeah, they you guys have been looking out for us to make sure we get out there. And I appreciate it so much. I do.
That's
I
a
do.
blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But oh, look. So someone just said,
Yeah, I'm ignoring Bozo because what happened is y'all he's angry because he just lost the case again. So I'm not even gonna entertain him at all. Let him have his fun over there, but we're gonna stay focused. We're gonna
yeah,
stay focused on what we're doing here on Robert Sylvester Kelly. That is the job that we're here. That is the mission. That is the main focus on this channel. All
right,
the extra nonsense, we will not entertain it at all. Tell him have a good day.
right. I wouldn't even, I wouldn't even do that.
Yeah.
But look, someone said, Sylvia, someone in the chat said that, where is this? Twin. They said, Sylvia, if Tasha K paid the officer, she will be charged with bribing a government official.
Oh, definitely. If she paid them, yeah, definitely.
And she
If they
had
got
to.
money, if she paid them, definitely she would be in trouble. She will definitely be in trouble because this is what they've been
Allegedly.
trying to blame. That's what they've been trying to blame Robert on, right, y'all?
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, stupid. How dumb can you be?
Hold on a second. Somebody just sent a message. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nova. All right. That's that's an enterprise. LOL. Somebody said it's an enterprise. There's 615 people in the chat. Please click the like button, please, so we can get these videos going viral. You guys have been great on that, so please continue to hitting the like button. So let's get so good, solid readers on each part. Well, one cool P, why don't you come and read with us? Be a solution. We know what the problem is, so be a solution. You want to come in and read with us?
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's facts. But at the end of the day, hey, you did the crime. Now you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
She and the officer's stupid. I mean, I wouldn't do that. And I mean, you do have some people. It's bound to happen. It's R. Kelly. People are fans, and and it's not like mind-boggling. It's just mind-boggling that you would release. It's not like you took a picture of him or something like that, and sent it, or you released every all of his records. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. You released all his records.
Okay, more people coming in here, Dom. You probably need to read again. Sorry. More people
Okay.
coming in. They haven't heard you. All right, guys. Those who have heard this, bear with us, and those who haven't. Okay, Kim, email me. Somebody put my email in. Hey, Sinful. Miss Fat, could you guys put my email address in, please, please, pretty please. Go ahead, Dom. Dom is about to read to you what happened with Tasha K and the federal agent. Thank you. You digging me? Go ahead.
Kim Armstrong said, "I'm a travel agent. I will look and see what I could do."
Yeah, just put my email in there, y'all, so she can when she gets the information, I can get in contact with Dottie.
Oh, okay. Dude said, McCann Cornell said, "What is the bad news?" Because remember, in the beginning, you said you had good news and bad news.
The bad news is the Tasha thing. Don't y'all think that's bad news for? I mean, that's not good news, y'all. You don't want nobody going to jail.
Right. It's bad news. Yeah, for her.
Because I mean, it's bad news. You don't want nobody going to jail. I don't. That's not what I ever wish on anybody.
Right.
Because when you
Facts.
wish bad on people, it comes back on you. Because she wished so much negativity on Robert. Sometimes you have to be careful what we wish for on people. That's why I always
Right.
pray blessings on people, never nothing negative, because I don't want that to come back on me.
Right.
So go
Yeah.
ahead, Dom, read it
That's
for me.
that's true. Um, she wanted him. Yeah, to go to jail. Yeah, you're right. 1 second. All right, y'all. The final time I'm reading this. Okay. So it says ex prisons officer. This obviously this is the Chicago Tribune. It was released at 1:47 p.m. a couple hours ago. Ex prisons officer suspected of leaking R. Kelly's jail communications to blogger federal records show. R&B superstar R. Kelly had been locked up at Chicago's federal jail for 4 months when a popular YouTuber touted an inside scoop on the singer's tumultuous relationship with two girlfriends still living in his high-rise apartment. Apparently wanting to keep the women in his camp, Kelly allegedly had a friend bring $1,500 in cash to the Trump Tower to help pay their bills. Blogger Tasha K said in an exclusive video posted to her YouTube channel in November 2019. One of them, Joycelyn Savage, was angry she'd been kept off of R. Kelly's visitor list, according to Tasha K. The other, Azriel Clary, had left the apartment and had not come back, throwing Kelly into a tizzy. She said, "How did Tasha K know all this?" Well, she wasn't telling. Quote, "Yeah, there's a phone tap somewhere, and I'm not going to tell you where it's at," Tasha K told her viewers during the 39-minute video, which has so far collected more than 328,000 views. Quote, "I have the plug. I'm not going to tell you where I got the information from, but just listen to the damn information, okay?" Now, it appears federal investigators allegedly know exactly how Tasha K was plugged in. A federal search warrant recently unsealed in Chicago shows that agents seized a laptop from a U.S. Bureau of Prisons officer who was suspected of illegally accessing Kelly's recorded phone calls, emails, visitor logs, and other restricted information during his stay at the MCC on West Van Buren Street. The female officer, who at the time worked as a disciplinary hearing officer at a federal prison in Wisconsin, accessed Kelly's records more than 150 times in a 6-month period in 2019, even though the officer was not assigned to the MCC and had no official reason to be looking them up, according to the 24-page document obtained by the Chicago Tribune. The officer, identified only as Officer A, also emailed herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records, according to an affidavit from an investigator with the U.S. Justice Department's Inspector General's office. The officer retired in December 2019, according to the affidavit. She has not been charged. The unsealing of the search warrant comes in the middle of Kelly's racketeering trial in New York on charges alleging that he was the head of a criminal enterprise that for decades recruited girls and young women and held them against their will to satisfy Kelly's illegal sexual appetites. Kelly is identified in the warrant only as inmate A, though he's described as a, quote, nationally recognized celebrity whose criminal case has received media attention. Sources confirmed the investigation and videos referenced in the federal document line up with Kelly-related videos posted on YouTube. In an emailed statement Tuesday, a BOP spokesman wrote the Bureau could not comment on, quote, issues pending investigation for privacy, safety, and security reasons. The documents offer a glimpse into the unbridled cottage industry that has sprung up on social media since the allegations against Kelly exploded in 2019 with the Lifetime docuseries Surviving Lies, which eventually led to federal indictments in Brooklyn and Chicago, as well as similar charges in Cook County. Since then, Kelly's supporters and detractors have devoted countless hours on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram parsing every last detail of the singer's life and the charges against him. When a South suburban woman posted Kelly's $100,000 bail in the Cook County case in February 2019, she instantly became a hot topic of conversation, with some bloggers on social media calling for a boycott of the restaurant she owns, while others wrongly identified her as the operator of Southside Daycare. As the trial has been unfolding in New York, one blogger who posts under the name of Infamous Sylvia, which channel you're on right now, has even been using actors for read aloud from the trial transcripts, creating what she bills as role enactment. But perhaps none of the gossip mongers has been as successful as Tasha K, whose celebrity news dispatches on the YouTube channel Unwind with Tasha K regularly garner hundreds of thousands of views and presumably significant advertising dollars. The 39-year-old Atlanta-based blogger, whose real name is Blank, often touts her videos as offering exclusive information and insight into Kelly's world, with interviews of key players as well as it's an echo. You got to mute, bro. Exclusive information and insight into Kelly's world, with interviews of key players as well as updates on the allegations, including many that go far beyond even the most salacious details offered in court. According to the warrant, the warden of Chicago's MCC first reported to BOP Internal Affairs on November 22nd, 2019, that Tasha K, quote, had revealed sensitive law enforcement information regarding the celebrity identified as Kelly, including, quote, information that would have been known to BOP employees who had monitored inmate A's telephone calls or accessed the recordings of those calls. The warrant mentions 3 specific videos posted by Tasha K that are all still publicly viewable on YouTube. Among them was a November 8th, 2019 video titled Exclusive, New R. Kelly Enablers Revealed, where she appears to scroll through her cell phone while reading a summary of a recent call between Kelly and Savage that was recorded on the jail's system. Quote, I got some explosive information, Tasha K says after taking a sip of white wine from a large goblet. Quote, so Rob called Joycelyn and she was crying hysterically. She said Azriel was leaving the Trump Tower and she was not coming back. Now I told you I got the effing plug. So this is all facts. Another video posted on December 22nd, 2019 was titled, quote, R. Kelly released emails proves he can't read or write, according to the affidavit. The 16-minute video, which has more than 512,000 views as of Tuesday, features Tasha K reading verbatim from emails R. Kelly purportedly sent from jail to Savage a month earlier, including details of how he misspelled the word "high" as "hey," H-A-I. Quote, I'm not going to put it up here because this is considered somebody's private information or whatever, she says, using air quotes as she looks down at her phone. Quote, but you know, my word, trust me. Tasha K could not immediately be reached for comment Tuesday. A review of Officer A's logins to the Bureau of Prisons internal information system, meanwhile, showed that the officer had improperly accessed Kelly's records 153 times between July 15, 2019, when Kelly first arrived at the MCC, and December 12, 2019, shortly before her retirement, according to the warrant. During that time, the officer also accessed and printed out Kelly's visitor logs and payments made into, sorry. During that time, the officer also accessed and printed out Kelly's visitor logs and payments made into and out of his commissary account, which included the names of people sending money to R. Kelly while he was in jail, according to the warrant. By the way, it says Kelly. I'm just saying R. Kelly so people know who I'm talking about. On November 13th, 2019, the officer sent herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records from her official BOP email account to a Gmail address registered to her, according to the warrant. Among that information in that scan was a log of Kelly's emails, including some later divulged by Tasha K in her video blog. The warrant sought permission to search Officer A's desktop computer for any evidence of a crime, including any internet searches of R. Kelly, as well as financial transactions or discussions of payments with Tasha K. That's by Jason Meissner of the Chicago Tribune. Posted at 4:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or 1:47 p.m. I don't know. Whatever. Today. There you have it, people. So again, Tasha K will be in trouble. That's a fact. And the officer. Trial and error. Okay, so basically what happened was there's an article released today that Tasha K, over the course of 6 months in 2019, from July to December, she was receiving R. Kelly's phone record. Well, let me go back. An officer who, a federal officer who works in the prison, a federal bureau officer. She she's at a Wisconsin prison, but she is a disciplinary hearing officer. So I guess, if you get in trouble in prison, she's one of the people who you have to go and see, and she makes a decision on, you being written up or, things of that nature. That's her title, but she's not even at the Chicago MCC. She's at a whole different federal prison in Wisconsin. So she logged onto her BOP computer and was sending herself emails to her private Gmail and was accessing all of R. Kelly's phone records, email records, recorded calls, his commissary, like how people were sent, who was sending the money, how much was being sent, how much was in his account, all of that stuff. And she was, it was basically, they need to find out, they're trying to get to the bottom of the chain of custody. You feel what I'm saying? They're trying to figure out, because Tasha K posted on her videos, on 3 videos back in 2019, that, she has the inside scoop. And she was talking about the emails. She was showing his visitation log, talking about the emails, the commissary. So it's like, how would you know this? So I think they're trying to find out the chain of custody. So in other words, they're insinuating that this officer was giving this information to Tasha K, because Tasha K was saying, hey, I got the plug. I know somebody, blah, blah, blah. You don't just think of this information. You wouldn't just know this out of just the blue. You wouldn't know this. Someone has to be giving you that information. So there's a federal investigation. And so this officer retired and she stopped giving the information on December 22nd, 2019. And she retired on December 22nd, 2019. So she probably thought because I'm retired, they can't do anything. Because if you work there, all they would do is fire you. As far as disciplinary actions, maybe you get a charge as well. I don't know. But firing alone is probably big. But she probably wanted her, retirement and all that. So she retired. Benefits, she probably wanted all that. So in other words, there's an investigation, a federal investigation, and they're, trying to figure out basically the chain of custody. Who contacted who? Was there payments made? Did Tasha K pay this lady? Did the lady reach out to her first? Did Tasha K reach out to her? Is she Tasha K's cousin? I mean, you don't know. It can be anything. So that's what they're trying to figure out. So that's what happened. What's up, sir?
Hey,
So what's your thoughts on this, man?
well, I have talked about there's other issues that talk about this, but I
What was
believe.
your name? What was your name, bro?
Oh, you didn't get my name. My name is Hustle T King. That's my YouTube channel name, but I believe
Okay.
that he's guilty 100%. That's
Who?
what I believe. I do. I really do.
You believe who?
That I know you're talking about R. Kelly because I seen
Hold
documentary.
hold on, bro. Hold on.
Take your
This
time,
is
man.
it. Hold on. This is an R. Kelly channel, so
I know.
I don't think that's. We're not gonna talk about that, bro. I get it. You have your opinion and stuff, but that's not the topic. The topic is Tasha K and the situation. So that's what we're gonna talk about. Period. I asked your thoughts on the Tasha K and her getting illegal emails and all that and posting it. We're not talking about R. Kelly and none of that. Shit. Yeah, I feel you, Lolo, but nah, bro, not right now, bro. I'm not trying to do that. I ain't trying to do that. He can
What
educate
happened?
himself.
What
He
would
could he could
happen?
watch. He could go watch all of Sylvia's videos and stuff like that, and then he
I
could figure
missed
out
out.
why.
I missed out. Who is that?
I don't know. He clicked the link, and he was just saying R. Kelly's guilty and blah blah blah. I'm like, we ain't talking about that.
I booted him off? So I guess
Oh,
I was
I
reading the
didn't know.
messages. I was reading the message. It said boot him off, so I boot him off. So I didn't know what
Oh,
was
okay. I wasn't even. I didn't even see he left. I didn't even see he
No,
left. I was just
no.
talking.
There's some. I was reading the message. It said boot him off, get him off. So I said, okay, I boot him off. I didn't hear because I was on the call.
Right.
Um.
Yeah, I just asked him. I said, "Hey, what's your thoughts on this
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
regarding the where the topic is Tasha K? We ain't talking about R. Kelly." And he started saying I think he's 100% guilty. And I
Oh
said, "Well, what do
wow,
like I ain't about to do that right now. I'm not
wow,
gonna do that."
wow. So they use my platform to come in and start their shenanigan, huh?
Right. And I just didn't want that because I can educate and I can do all that. You guys
Yeah, I
know
know you
that, but
can. I know
I'm
you
not gonna
can.
do all that. I don't feel like
I
doing
know
that.
you can. I was just reading the messages because I had myself on mute, and then I saw someone say, "Get him off, get him off." I said, "Okay, click, get him off."
Yeah, everybody was. I'm looking at the chat. Everybody was like, "They mad."
Yeah, boot him, get him off. I was like, okay, if they saying get him off, I'm gonna get him off
Right.
because I trust my people's judgment. So,
Right. That's just bad
um,
energy. I didn't want that type of. I don't want that on your channel.
yeah,
I don't want that type of
yeah,
energy. I'll argue
yeah.
with you, but I'm not gonna do that on your page. I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you, Dom. I appreciate it. We have 700 plus in the chat. Can we hit some likes, please? Can we get some likes up? That is how the channel move and grow because it gets pushed out. Say that word again for me, Dom.
Which one?
Do the algorithm.
The algorithm. Oh, the
Thank you.
algorithm.
Algorithm.
Yeah.
That's that kind of remind me of that show, that cartoon. Oh, I can't remember the cartoon
Probably
name.
how you got. That's probably how a lot of people started seeing your videos too.
Yeah, because of you
Is
guys been
because
pushing
you've
it
been
out.
right. That's how it works. Is when you're clicking the like button and all that, because it'll spread to random people, to people that don't see your videos. That's how YouTube
Well,
works. If you're ever just watching a YouTube video and you scroll to the bottom, you'll see a whole bunch of random videos, and it'll do suggest stuff that's similar. Like if you watch an R. Kelly video, music video, it'll probably have more R. Kelly topics and music videos and songs and stuff like that because it's suggested. You know what I mean? So that's how that works.
yeah, yeah. Cassandra, yes, they do. They do have the information. Gucci, you coming back in? And
Travel the World, that was on Chicago Tribune. Sorry, so
where's Travel the World? I didn't see her. I don't see. Why
she
don't I
asked
see
where
her?
was I reading it. Yeah,
Where?
she's
Why
saying
don't
where
I
did I
see
read
her?
that?
Do you guys? I don't see Travel the World. Why don't I see her?
She's a little bit up. It was a little bit up.
Okay, because
I
I said I
missed her
don't see
comment.
her. I don't see her because she sent me a thing saying she was blocked on my getting into the chat thing. I didn't see her. Okay. Um.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't trying to be like rude to the dude. He could have still been on here. I was just asking him what was his take on the topic. And the topic is clear, is Tasha K is in trouble for the R. Kelly, whatever. So I read the thing 3 times. We're talking about that. We're not talking about if you think R. Kelly's innocent or guilty. We're not talking about none of that. You know,
Well,
Don, you
we
did
I'm
a
gonna
don't
tell
good
you
job.
right
if
You
now.
did
we
a
R.
don't
good
Kelly is innocent. R.
right.
You
Kelly
did a
is
good
But
innocent
job,
as
what I'm
can
Don.
be.
saying is, yeah, that's facts. But what I'm saying is, they can go watch all the videos. They can go watch all that. People know where we stand, what your channel is about. Period. So we're not
That's right.
gonna, you know what I mean. There's no reason to go into that negative, all that stuff when we're talking
Right.
about
And you
that.
will get
So
booted
that's just
if you
how I
start
feel.
talking negative about Robert in this channel. I
That's
will
right.
Right.
boot you. That's just me. And I'm still. I don't know. Travel the world. We got to figure out how you block. I don't know. There's no listing here of people being blocked. So I don't know. Yes, I will be going on a radio station to interview. This is going to be my second interview now. To God be the
Yeah.
glory. To
All
God
That's
be
right.
the
lit.
Big
glory.
time. All right.
To
You
God
killing
be the
it.
glory. To God be the glory. That's all I
Hey,
say. To God be the
I need
glory.
I need 20%. I'm your manager.
I'm not getting any money from these interviews.
I know, but you got to pay your manager. I don't
Oh, I
care.
got to pay you and I don't have an interview? I'm not getting paid with the interview,
Damn.
but I got to pay you?
Hey,
Wow.
Don K, tell her you got to get
And
percentage of
Gucci,
that for
hey,
the
and I'm
PR.
the CEO. Hey, I'm the CEO of the company. Gucci works for me, so I get 50%. God damn it.
Well, you know what? Listen, this is what's gonna happen. When my
Nah,
channel
go ahead.
grows, my faithful people, I'm gonna have to bring you guys with me because you guys isn't the reason why this channel is growing. And there's opportunities that's coming aboard that God is opening up avenues and doorways. So I need good people with me, trustworthy people.
Hey, man.
Right.
That's what, and I believe in
But
God's stretches.
one thing I can say, well, you just stay positive and positive stuff will come. Just stay positive. I know you cry a lot
I
because I
do,
can't
I
take
do.
it. Like yesterday, you were crying, and I was like, Sylvia, cut it out.
But see,
But
the thing is, you know what happens, Gucci? When God talks to you and then he confirms
yeah,
it with another person, it just
yes,
kind of blow your mind. And sometimes
I
I
know
can't
it
even
does.
express
I
it.
know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and plus we know you're a crybaby.
Yeah. And I put in my 2 weeks notice with my job. So I'm like, oh my God.
Oh,
I
Right.
know. I know. God is,
no,
I just have
hey,
to trust.
hey,
I had
Don.
to listen to that thing where Steve Harvey talking about jump. This is my jumping moment, y'all. You got to jump
But
and see where God
you
leads
know,
you.
Don, we've been saying it from day
Fact.
one. So just have faith, just have trust, and stuff will happen. We don't rush to
Right.
judgment. We just do what we do and continue to do it, no matter how much they talk about you, how much they deceive you, how much they do this, do that. Just continue to do the positive outlet, and positive stuff will come. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about none of those negative people because their lives are miserable.
Right.
I'm,
Okay,
I'm
so
at the ground.
look, bro. So look, natural individual, sorry to cut you off, bro, says
Yeah,
usually if sorry, I'm just reading the chat, it's a lot. Usually if an officer is charged with a crime and convicted, they can keep pension and benefits. So as long as they resigned or retired before conviction. Well, guess what? If you're charged with whatever that is, I don't know what you could be charged with for that, but that's a crime, a federal crime. That's not whatever. So that's probably
but
a felony. You're
but
going to be using those pensions to hire an attorney. That's what's
but
going to happen.
but Don, that's not always true because most time when a government person get convicted, the government also go for their pension. You remember?
Oh damn.
Yes, they go for their pension. If you look at several cases where that FBI agent, what's his name, the one that Donald Trump fired, and Donald Trump said, "You're getting fired before you're not getting your pension before your term was up."
Oh, I didn't
Yes,
know that. Wow.
yes, it's a lot of ways. I mean, you got to remember, man, this is the government. If they want to do something to
Yeah.
her, especially she was doing stuff that's not her job, they're gonna say no. You quit because you know you was about to be fired. That's what they're gonna
Right.
say. So
Exactly.
regardless,
That's my
right,
point. That's my point. She
right,
literally decided to let me just do this because she probably. I mean, I don't know how old you, but I'm thinking retirement. So you had to be with them for at least. You don't just retire after a couple years. You retire at least what 10 years of being there. So
exactly,
let's say you're even 35, right? And you're like, okay, I want to do this. You probably knew for the last 6 months, like I'm gonna retire, I'm whatever,
right,
and you decided to over the course of that 6 months, it's not like she gave one thing one time and then that was it. You were
and
giving
then
this information for 6 months.
information that meant right, and then Don K, this is the thing too. You got to remember, if you're on a job for 20, 30 years, and you know you're coming down to retirement, you're not gonna do no dumb stuff like this.
Right,
Okay,
you wouldn't, there's
you
no
wouldn't.
way, there's no
There's no
way.
way because remember, you got your 401k build up, you got everything built
Right,
up. This kind,
right,
this kind of stuff is a person that do this who's a person who's on the job 10 years and below. That's how I
right.
think about it. Because
Now
if
you're
I'm on a
right.
job 20, if I'm on a job 20 years, that means my 401k is so built up, I'm not doing nothing, you know.
Yep.
So yeah. So I think this is a new person that they introduce her to. And they say, hey, my sponsor will pay you. Give me the information. That's all it is.
But Gucci. The thing
Right.
is, she's a government employee. You get sworn in because I had to get sworn in for my job, right? Um, they tell you in the different training that certain things you're not allowed to do. That you how much time in prison you get for doing certain things. So for them to even
Right.
do that, it's like
But
what is wrong with you?
no, because they're thinking they won't get caught. It's just like a crooked police that busting the dope boys and taking their dope. He's thinking he won't get caught. So this how these people thinking that they won't get caught. That's all that is.
But
You
Gucci, when
thinking
you
you
open
won't.
up, when you go into the computer, you're tracked. So I
You're
don't
tracked, right?
understand. Yeah, you're tracked.
Because she's a dummy. That's why.
I don't.
Stupid.
Let me tell you, I don't even look at the internet on my government computer.
No, you
Mm,
can't. Because my
no.
brother used to tell me that when he's in the military, he can't look at nothing on. He can't even check his email on the government computer.
Yep.
He
Nothing
used to,
personal. Nothing
right,
personal. Because anything that you
right.
put in there is
So
personal
look,
becomes. Hey, Monet.
hey, look, you guys, look, for example, so I'm looking up just like different cases, right? So out here in California, ex-federal correctional officer sentenced to 15 months in prison for taking $15,000 in bribes for smuggling contraband. So he got
Oh,
$15,000 to bring in, stuff from the family members and stuff like that. So that's my point. It doesn't matter how much the amount of money it is. If it's 1,000, if it's 15,000, and you're not gonna risk doing this stuff for R. Kelly's information for no $1,000. She
no,
probably
you're
did
not.
it for some, for 10, 15,000 something. So that's my point.
Right,
So you're gonna get sentenced. You're getting time for that because that's basically bribery. Like that's,
right.
and you know what I mean? That's basically bribery.
Yep. and that's going against your government ethnic that you took the whole to be a perfect government worker, a government
Exactly.
citizen. So by you doing that, you messed up. You messed
Exactly.
up, man. So
Hey,
and I
Monet.
and she
Hey,
and I can tell you, she's gonna throw Tasha under the bus.
hell
You
yeah,
think she ain't gonna take all that by herself?
Now, if Tasha
hell yeah.
paid for that, that's a problem. That's the
Yeah,
only
but
And
thing
they,
see,
I
my
say.
thing,
If she
they
didn't
need to
pay for it,
figure
that's
out.
okay.
yeah, but they're
Look,
still
they
gonna
got
want to know what ties you got with her for you to give it to her. What ties? Even if
right,
even if she didn't pay her, they're gonna have to explain their ties between both of them. They got to explain that.
right.
But look what Tanya's asking. She's asking, what is the law on how media obtain their information? I know the media is protected, but it depends on how
Yeah,
much
but
protection it
but
has.
the media can't get no information like that. Have nobody tap into a government computer.
Yeah,
They
that's
can't do
true.
that.
That's true.
They
That's
can't do
true.
that.
That's true.
Hey, but
They can't do
look,
that.
my thing is this, Gucci. My thing is this, bro. They have to figure out the chain of custody. Like who reached out to who got.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like who reached out to whose idea was this?
Hey,
Was it the
and
maybe she knew somebody who knew Tasha K was like, hey, I work in there. I could look it up and I could just give it
yeah,
to you, but tell her she has to shoot me something, or I'll just do
well,
it off the strength of
well,
you know
right.
being who you are. I mean, I don't know, but
And one
regardless,
thing done, they seize the worker computer. It's gonna tell by all the emails how long they've been talking.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
right.
that's
Yeah.
they done
And
then.
I'm
If
not
they had to
wishing
do an
jail on nobody,
investigation, if they
but
had to do investigation,
Hey,
it's on the news.
the,
That means somebody's
the,
going in.
the same way she was wishing Jalen Robb, she deserved the same thing. I'm sorry.
Gucci,
Hey guys.
hey,
hey,
I think what's your guys' take? You guys can click the link or whatever. But I just what's people's opinion on that? What's your opinion, High?
I know.
No, I ain't gonna say too much.
Hey, hey, hey,
But
hey, hey,
no,
look
the
at
lady,
hey, hey, look at
the
Marshall.
government.
Look at Marshall.
Gucci, let
Marshall
her
talk about these
speak. Gucci,
600.
Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Let
I didn't
Hyena
hear.
speak, please.
I'm sorry.
No, you
I didn't
fine.
hear.
The only thing about it, it would be the lady that would get the majority of trouble because she's the government official who went in those systems. And you're
Right,
assigned a certain number. So even if Tasha was the one that released it, she still wouldn't get that much trouble. It's gonna all fall on that lady. And I really hate that for that lady. Like that serious. And that she gonna throw her under the bus because she told y'all about any means necessary. She gonna get her information.
But
So
but here's the deal, Hyena. But when you paying the person to get the information,
yeah,
what
that's
happens then?
Right. That's what comes in. That's what
whew,
comes in.
man. But it still falls on the government official because in her when she goes to training and all that, it tell them you can't accept any money for anything dealing with files. So that's on her. Like I said, she putting herself, and then she might be an elder too. Because if you're saying retirement, we're talking about anywhere from 30 plus years she done worked for the government. This ain't something she didn't know.
Yeah.
Like she
Okay.
knew
The
this.
other thing
She was on
I
the oath.
Hyenas. The other thing I
right,
want to ask, because
right.
remember, Robert is being charged for bribery of a government employee that they got a fake ID. That person never came in and got in trouble. So why is it different?
I don't know how they doing that.
That's what
That's why I said
that
this whole case is crazy. I mean, the whole setup. They just doing all kind of different laws. They just changing stuff as they go. I don't understand it myself sometimes. Like, how is they getting away with this? But yeah, like I said, it'll fall more on the government official before it will Tasha K. Because if the lady took that money, I don't care. That's just like if I work for the government and Gucci say,
don't
"Hi,
say
my name
Gucci.
I'm Gucci give me $15,000 and say, okay, I give $15,000 for this information on this person. I'm the one at risk. Gucci
Yeah.
just got the information. It's up to me now. It's in my hands. Like, are you
But
gonna risk it?
I'm gonna get
So if
charged
I
with
risk,
bribery. I'm gonna get
yeah.
charged with
So if I
bribery of a
risk
government
it,
official.
then it's gonna fall back on me. It's not gonna fall back on Gucci because
It was up to me. It was
But
my
but
fault
they're
for
gonna
doing it.
but they're gonna charge me with bribery of a government official also.
But you don't know if it's going to be bribery because we don't know if she was willing. Was she willing? Was she a sub? And just decided, hey, I can get this information for you. We never know what
Right,
that
right.
situation was.
But
That's the only
that's
thing about it.
right. But that's a charge. I believe they're gonna kick her with our obtain government document, secret documentary fraudulent. They're gonna charge her with one of those.
I don't
But
know. Like I
but
said, I don't know.
that poor
She
person,
might
they're
not get,
patient.
but she might get in trouble for releasing it. But it probably wouldn't be nothing harsh. But it's really gonna come down on that government official. That's who's gonna
Yeah,
get the most
yeah, it's
of
gonna come
Oh
down on
the
her.
buck
Yeah,
of
yeah, but
everything.
that's still conspiracy though. I think.
yeah.
Uh-huh. I
It
got
could
Well,
information.
be, but that's the thing. Did
oh,
Tasha K ask her for the information, or did the
I'm
lady
sure she did.
volunteer
Right.
it?
See, that's
I'm
that's
sure
what I
she
was
did.
saying. It's a chain of custody. They have to figure out who did because you got to think if Tasha K she didn't even reach out to nobody and she just happened, maybe her cousin knew this lady and was like, oh, I have someone I can see if she can get. Maybe that
Mm-hmm.
person did it. Maybe Tasha K reached out to her.
Exactly.
Maybe this person watches Tasha K and just emailed her and was like, hey, I can look this up. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you
And
don't
you know
know.
that.
So I think they have to figure out that part. Who started the contact?
Exactly. That's
Hey,
where
hey,
that's where it
hey, I
starts.
maintenance. I
Huh?
maintenance. When I see you, I'm gonna hit you with a water balloon. You were
Oh,
supposed to call me last week.
We'll talk about that off air. Don't be
No,
busting me
no,
out in
we
front of
fighting
these
in public.
500
We
people.
Hey,
I know
fighting in
that's right.
public.
Marshall has
No,
something to say.
yeah,
Marshall has something to say, guys.
yeah. I got information.
All right.
Uh, Sylvia, I know I owe you $6,000, but I need food for New York. I
You
gotta pay
stupid.
for my hotel. I need all the good
Hey,
food.
you need to get off this live with that
I can't
nonsense,
stand
okay?
him.
Marshall.
I love you,
Okay.
Sylvia.
Got him. He over here begging.
Monet, do you have something to say? Because this one here wants to act up. Hi, Monet. Welcome. Are you there?
Hi, Monet.
Hey,
Hey,
You have to
man.
Monet.
unmute. Monet, you have to unmute.
Hey,
I think you're muted.
hey, Monet. Marshall going. Marshall going to New York.
I pray for her sake that she didn't ask that lady for the information. My God.
Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
you know what? Hey, I maintenance. You know what I always say about that kind of stuff? You're grown and you know what the hell you was getting yourself into.
Indeed.
Okay,
Indeed.
can we get back to the topic? Dom, can you read again? Because some people came in. We keep getting new people coming in. They don't know what's
My
happening.
voice hurt.
Hey, new
My
people.
voice hurt.
Okay, Dom,
His
could you
voice
please
hurt.
give us a short version of what happened?
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to driver's
So
license
I'll just give
place.
you guys a rundown. I'm not gonna read it again, but I'll give you guys a rundown. Basically, what happened was there's an article released, and a federal prisons officer who works in the prison in Wisconsin. I guess she's a disciplinary hearing officer, and she accessed R. Kelly's, prison record, email record, contact record, recorded calls, commissary amount, who was donating to the commissary, all that type of information. And they're basically saying that because Tasha K was, saying this on her video. She made multiple videos in 2019 saying that, hey, I got exclusive information and no one can know and blah, blah, whatever. So basically, she has a connect who is, you know, who's in the prison, basically, and who is giving her the information. And that's how she was able to disclose that information to her videos. And there's federal investigators, federal search warrants, federal affidavits, all that. There's a full investigation, federal investigation going on this officer because she used her government computer, like her BOP, Bureau of Prisons computer, to log in to get this information, and she was sending that information to her private email address that's registered to her. And so that's basically what happened. So there's an investigation going on. So they're trying to figure out, federal, investigators are trying to figure out basically who did what, because there's a crime committed. They're just trying to figure out who did what. So that's basically short version. But unfortunately, like I even though as much as I would want this to help R. Kelly, this has nothing to do with R. Kelly at all. This is not going to help or hurt his case at all. This has nothing to do with it. So
Why would you say it wouldn't help his case?
well, because I don't think that
Releasing his information.
I just don't think.
Well, we'll find out from the attorneys when the attorneys come on. We'll find out what that.
Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. From my opinion, I don't think that could help or hurt his actual case. Even though that is wrong to be releasing people's personal, private information. That's illegal. So I don't know. The attorneys would know.
But then that means there's stuff that could have been in the case that could have been
contained some
revealed
information from his attorney.
Yeah.
Like
that conversation with his attorneys and things like that. That's confidential conversation that was released to her, and she brought it out because she said a lot of stuff, even with his diagnosis and stuff, him having his foot messed up, and all of that was in the her lives and stuff. She told a lot of stuff.
And you got to figure, that's 154 times. Ain't no telling how much information she gave Tasha K that she just didn't reveal over the internet. Who knows? We don't know what. I mean, it could have been implemented, like we said, emails from his attorney to, from other stuff. I mean, 154 times.
And also
that's a lot of times.
Yeah, and there was also the list of people who was on his list.
Yep.
Look. Someone said current events, EBD said, so basically they hating on her for having connects. It's not about hating on nobody about having connects. If you're in prison right now, hold on. If you're in prison right now, would you want some random people to just listen to your conversations, look at your health records, send your emails? Would you want that?
Well, obviously, it's not hating because they're doing a private investigation. Anything that's in the government, you're not supposed to release it if it's not private information. You cannot release. It's illegal. We sign. We do an oath for you not to release any personal person's information.
That's right. That's just like my job. Every year we go through briefings.
Exactly. Me too.
And part of our briefings is a UNAX briefing, which means unauthorized access. If you're not working,
and we go to jail.
You shouldn't be in it. Absolutely.
We go to jail. Trust me, we're federal employees. I work for the federal government. She does too. And you go to jail. 5 years in jail.
Go to jail, pay a fine. Yep. And are from being employed ever again through federal government. So, but I mean, for 150 sometimes, yeah. And what triggered it was because everything we type is recorded.
Yep.
If you Skype, if you send an email, it's all recorded. You can delete it and whatever. It's recorded. Every keystroke we hit, it's recorded. So you better believe if she wasn't assigned to be in his account and she kept accessing, that's what triggered her. If she had went into it maybe once, it still would have been on record. But over and over that many times, something triggered that computer to say, hey, she's accessing this account. And you better believe we got ticked up. So I don't know what the federal investigation for the Bureau of Prison is, but they've been monitoring, they've been watching her. So she probably wasn't really retired. They probably forced her to quit or whatever, but she's gonna be in serious trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, because it says she had no business in his like his account. She was not even. She was in a whole different prison.
And remember, he's a high profile. Remember, he's a high profile case too. He's a high profile, so there's got to be strict secrecies and stuff like that. You can't release that stuff.
Yep.
Right. So you got to think.
In my job,
you imagine.
In my job,
now, if it would have been just a random person, she probably would have got away with it. But you can't
No, like I said,
take
those
a
keystrokes
high
count.
profile person.
Something triggered when she went in that account that many times. It could have been a regular person that many times, and you're not
Right,
assigned. If it's especially by her being an official, if that
right. You
account
right.
wasn't assigned to her, it's gonna trigger it anyway. That's just like me. I mean, I don't. I've met Sylvia, Randa, all of them in person, and even just talking to y'all over the internet. I
Uh,
can answer general questions for y'all about taxes. I can't even access y'all account. If I do, wow, I'll be in serious trouble. And then if y'all
hell
call in
yeah.
and y'all just happen to get me, I have to send y'all immediately to my supervisor. Tell them I know this person. We have some kind of relationship. I can't even talk to you. So,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So she's in some hot.
Monet, they
Yeah.
want to
I
know who
still
you are.
think,
You're not saying anything. They want to know
yeah,
who you are.
I do think that Tasha K, people are saying, she's not gonna get in trouble. She won't be. I do think she can be in trouble. She might not be in as much trouble as
Right.
unless she was the one who reached out and basically, hey, I'll give you 15,000, or I'll give you 10,000. Like that right
Or she
there,
may have put her
she will be
in
held.
contact
Right,
somebody that
she
put
will
up the
be
funds
held
for the
just as
information.
liable.
Who knows what somebody else is
Right,
gonna do with that information? We don't know.
right,
So they both better
yeah.
start singing like a mockingbird because I wouldn't be going down by myself. No, no, no.
And we know who's gonna talk first. Tasha K. She gonna be the first one. Hey, this what happened. This what I ain't going to jail. That's what she gonna do.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Yeah.
Wow, that's
But
that's
I'm
that's
No,
just,
amazing.
Karen,
I'm
sweetheart. No, look, they trying to push this transcript thing on. She said the Feds monitoring RSK stuff anyway. It's obvious someone on the of the questioning you see in the transcript.
what? I'm confused.
I don't know. She just want to put her 2 cents in there, but sweetheart, that is a
It's
public
obvious.
information. We just read it. If it wasn't
I
public
don't know what
information, they
she
wouldn't
said.
let me buy it.
What's
See,
good,
but
Derek?
they always come in here, because what happened is when they losing, they come in here and say stuff like this. She wants my attention for a minute.
The officer had to be a relative of hers. That's a what? I don't know, man, but she had to be connected somehow because there's no way that you would just do this out of the blue. Like, you know what? This big blogger, I think I'm gonna log into this man's account. I mean, this person could have been a fan of R. Kelly and just wanted to look, but you did it 153 times, which tells me you're going back for a reason. It's not like you did it once and you're like, wow, I want to see, like, I love R. Kelly. I want to look and see what's in his file and listen to a couple of his calls and see how he talks or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever people do. But you did it 153 times. That tells me you're doing it for some type of reason. Let me go back. Let me get this. Or you're constantly listening. Like every call he goes to, okay, let me listen to what he says. Let me listen to his emails. Let me get them, and then I'm sending them. Every email he sends, I'm getting it, and then I'm sending it. Every call he gets, I'm recording it and then sending it. You're doing it for a reason. You didn't just do it one time. You feel what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's just me. Right? She got comfortable. Right? She probably was like, "Damn, this worked once. Hell yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. I didn't get stopped. I'm gonna keep doing it." Yeah. What up, Cha Cha? All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to. I gotta get up out of here. Um.
Me too. I'm going back to work.
Damn, that's crazy though. I'm curious to see her response though. I do want to see her response. You're breaking up. One Cool P. How's it going?
Hello. It's going.
What what
I
what are your thoughts on this?
I am just can can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hold, hold on, I'm gonna mute my other live. There you go. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good. Um, yeah, sounds like Miss K probably got herself into a little something something. Might be a whole lot illegal. But I just want to really just come on and say that I'm glad I found this channel. I've been um, work a lot, but I've been trying to read, I mean, listen to what you guys are reading and everything, and truly enjoying it. Just wanted to say thank you, and I want to figure out how can I donate some money to help with the transcripts, and I'm getting my pen and paper out now.
Okay. Well, this is not my channel. This is Sylvia. Are you there?
Sylvia's.
This is her channel. Yep. And you can donate to her. I think her Cash App is the $
Mhm.
TUMUSIIME. And then I don't know PayPal and all that. I don't know that, but she can give you all that. But yeah,
Does does
yeah,
she
it's
have
her
Zelle or anything
page.
by any
So
chance?
yeah, Sylvia. I don't know where she's at. She always leaving. But I think she does. I'm not too sure. People in the chat might know. I'm not too sure.
Let me see if I can go back to the chat and see if anybody's saying anything.
Maybe Miss
Yeah.
Fat, do you guys know? I don't know it. Miss Fat, you digging me? One of y'all. What was your name?
One cool P.
One Cool P. Okay, for sure. How did you come across Sylvia's channel?
I mean, I guess just because I've been keeping up with the R. Kelly's trial, there's another lady that I listen to, Tracy's Point of View or something like that. And because I
Okay,
guess
yep.
y'all hashtag and I just clicked on this one and was like, wow, they're gonna read. Okay, cool. I used to drive
Right.
over the road and I used to love unabridged books, books on tape. So for
Oh,
you guys
okay.
to have everybody as an individual character for me was just like making me remember my days of being driving over the road and
Right, it
finding
makes it
an
easier
abridged book.
for you.
Yeah, yeah, as everybody as a character. Yeah, yeah, I
Right,
enjoyed
because
it.
then you can actually separate the people, rather than if it's just one person reading it or whatever. I see what you're saying. It makes it a lot easier. That's what's up. Okay, so they put her Zelle in the chat. Yeah, so what is your I mean, we're not really talking about that. I'm just curious, what do you think about R. Kelly? His case, rather. I think you're muted.
I shouldn't be. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah. No, I just said that no, I said a long time ago when he first got arrested that all this was
Uh,
a bunch of BS and that I felt like he was being set up or being used and played. And I'm happy to hear that, it's coming out, especially with the as telling that bull crap about how her family, her mom told
mhm.
her to let him know when they got to this hotel. Then she gave him the name of the hotel and everything. And then the mother was gonna call the police like 30 minutes after they got there. But my
Right,
question is, why didn't the police realize that her ID was fake? I mean, if they couldn't tell that
right.
it's fake, how was he supposed to be able to tell that it was fake? So I'm glad that there's a lot of stuff, obvious stuff like that, that's coming out that they plotted, to set him up, and and then for the mother to go in there and tell him that she's 18, and then later on after they have sex, then you say, oh, by the way, I'm only 16 or I'm only 17.
Right.
And
I'm sorry, I'm
Exactly.
back. Sorry,
now
guys.
here come the
You
money
good?
grab, and then because you're laying up with my daughter, screwing my daughter, you need to pay me $10,000 a month. And I just wish that there's some kind
Right.
of way that when this man gets off, and I'm praying and hoping he does, when this man gets off, I love to see those parents go to
Yeah,
jail.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I
Because
feel
see, I had a back in the day. First of all, I'm 57 years old. I was married in my early 20s. Have not been married since.
mhm.
So I'm just giving you a date. That's how far back all this was. My
Okay.
ex-husband. I'm at work, AT&T, doing my thing, trying to
Mm,
take care of the family. He got laid off, couldn't get another job. I'm still trying to work. This fool started
mm.
dating the little girl, 15, 16 years old. He's
Wow.
in his 20s. He even
Eh,
left me at one time for a 16-year-old girl. Moved into the house with the mother. When I went to the
damn.
mother and told her that he was married and I was the wife, not some ex-girlfriend, she said that I'd much rather have her and him in my home so I can keep an eye on my daughter than to be worried about where my daughter is with
Oh
this
wow.
man. So
Wow.
there are
Now
mothers.
did the parents, so they had no they weren't tripping at all.
No,
Wow.
no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Wow.
Mm.
Mm.
So again, I saw through that mess a while ago. I mean,
Right. And see, I'm
I
not,
just never
you
believed
know,
in it.
right.
Go ahead. I'm
It
sorry.
was a different time too.
Yes,
I think it was
that's the
different
next thing.
time frame.
I don't
You know what I mean?
I don't think people are doing that so much like that now. But back then in the 80s,
Mhm.
90s, you
Mhm.
know, hey, and then far younger than that. I mean, R. Kelly said, I think there's something out there, a video or something I was listening to. His dad knocked up his mom. What was she, 13, 14, something like that years old?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know. Damn, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, it's crazy. I just think people need to play fair. They want to call him all this, but they're not playing equal. I don't think
No.
that's fair. I think they're doing him wrong. That's just my take on that is it's
I
wrong.
would like to I would like to see in one of these days, maybe before the defense rests, I would love to see them stormtroop a bunch of rappers, rock stars, um, from all different genre, all different era, to come in there and explain, just understand how groupies work, how
Right.
they bust them around, how they drop them off. Because if you listen to Howard Stern, which I did for 15, 16 years of driving 18 wheelers over the road, those guys come in there and they told stories about how they picked up these girls and they had them with them on the buses where they swapped them, shared them, this, that, and the other. And
Mhm.
Howard asked them when it was that time of month, what did you do with them? They said they put them in a hotel, gave them enough money, paid the bill up for a week, whatever, gave them enough money, and then the next tour bus that come through there, when they was clean and clear, they got on the bus and they went on. It was a free
Wow.
world.
Wow.
Right. I feel you. Yeah.
Right. And then
S-
like when Smokey Robinson came on there, they asked him, they says, okay, so now we've heard from the rock stars, the Aerosmith band, those top rock stars that I'm talking about. Those knuckleheads came in there and told the story about that. So Howard says, I just want to hear from the black perspective.
But they
Smokey
did it
said it
too. They did it too.
Smokey
Cause
said
remember,
Smokey said it worked just about the same.
yeah. Cause remember, all the singers, those young lady singers, were real, real young. They used to get
Yep.
with them too. Tina Turner, all of them. They were young.
right.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't.
Exactly.
It's
So I
just
would like to
it's a
see
lot.
them march some of the current people in here and show how this currently works
Hmm.
in
Right.
today's
Because
world.
it's they aren't regular people. I mean, they're human. What I'm saying is, but they're not
Okay.
your average citizen. They can't even walk into the store without being
Right.
swarmed full of people. So you're automatically gonna have all of these women chasing after you. Everyone, damn near everyone in the show, even the woman there with her man, will
Right.
still probably leave the man to be with this man.
Look,
And that's just a fact.
and if you think about it, Hohen is not dead. Okay? Pimpin ain't
Yeah.
dead. They got a new name. They call agents.
Right.
Think about what I just said. They call agents. When these basketball players sign these big mega deals, they have these big, huge parties. Basketball, football, all these guys. I'm gonna stick with the guys. I ain't gonna touch the girls just yet.
Right.
Parties, big huge parties for who has the best bodies, the best this, that, and the other. And these girls get invited to come to these parties. These guys look for the chick that can be that trophy candy on their arms. Okay, and it's full of them, and they get them from the agencies. I kid you not.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So what is your thoughts on the trial so far? Have you followed, I mean, have you just listened to the transcripts, or have you like listened to the outlets? Like what is your what are your thoughts on the trial so far?
Said played out for a second. Did y'all hear what I said?
No, we didn't.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I got a phone call. Usually when I get a call, it kicks me out my headset. But yeah, I was just saying how these guys, these football players, basketball players, get these mega contracts. As soon as they sign them mega contracts, they have these big elaborate style parties. What's at these parties? Instagram model chicks, you know, with the overly
Facts.
big boobs has been filled filled with whatever, they butts filled with their whatever. They go to these spas where they do all this skin tightening, skin toning, Creole cool sculpting to get their bodies to look like that. And that's fine, dandy, and good. You got that kind of money. But these girls have agents. These agents connect them to all the hot parties. They go there hoping to be the chick that leave with the dude with the mega bags.
Right.
And then they complain. Can I have a cup
Trying
rain?
to get the
Then they
bag.
That's right. Then they complain. Thank you. Then they complain or set up, do dumb shit when they're not chosen as the main girl. I was just it for a week or two while he was in town or whatever. Like the chick that
Right.
set up
Or accuse
Ezekiel.
him.
Yeah,
Or
thank you.
accuse him of something.
Like Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
If you listen to that crap that's going on, they're saying biggest crap. Those girls said that I told him I was not a masseuse. But when I found out who he was and the kind of money he was going to be paying, I took him as a client anyway. You're not a massage. You're not a masseuse. What are you doing? And then later you want to say he touched me inappropriately. What?
See,
Come
that's
on.
there has to be a boundary. You know what I mean? Like it's getting out of hand. Like now they just accusing anybody. They did what Cuba Gooding Jr. The man reached up to did his arm like this. Then she said, "Oh, he groped me." I'm like,
Right.
man, this is getting out of control. You
Right.
can't even.
All of this mess is about a money bag. All this mess. When they find, I understand with Deshaun, there was one girl that found out that another girl got paid more money or some kind of crap, and she decided she wanted more money. He said, "No, I paid you what you asked for."
Damn.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
See, I have
What do you think gonna happen next?
Sue.
Okay. One of these women is being federally investigated right now because for extortion. They got her IG stuff, her phone records,
Oh
and this,
wow.
that, and the other, and found out that she was trying to extort him for money. So when I hear stuff
See, I
like
didn't
this of
know
what's
that.
going on with R. Kelly, and I hear you say you waited till after you got me in bed and after I done cummed in your butt a few times, and now you tell me I'll slap the hell out of her too.
Right. I'm.
I'm just
Whew,
saying.
you gotta go.
I'm
You
just
gotta
saying,
go.
y'all
Right.
don't let me keep talking because I got one dude's channel shut down. We was talking about this kind of crap, and they flagged his channel and shut him down. He had to go, and it come to find
You was
out that I was a
talking.
person. Yeah, I was a person that was telling too much or saying too much, and I wasn't showing sympathy for the women. No, the hell with y'all, because y'all chasing the money. Y'all didn't give a dang about them people, and it was the Deshaun Watson case that we was talking about. Mhm.
Right.
So
Now you
I'm
good.
just
You
saying.
ain't saying nothing.
I just called.
I
I
don't see
just
nothing
called.
wrong.
I just tapped in to say how much I appreciate you guys, and I end up doing more YouTube these days than I do regular TV. Between
Right.
keeping up with y'all, I'm a sports nut, so most of my
That's
stuff is
that's me.
sports.
Yeah.
But this right here has been so intriguing. I just couldn't let it go.
Right. No, I think you got cut out, but I said, what was your thought? I don't know if you heard me. I said, what are your thoughts on the trial so far? Like, have you followed it? Have you just
Oh
read the
hell yeah!
transcripts? What's like? What are your thoughts on the trial so far? How you think it's going? I guess. Oh, I guess she ended. All right, Sylvia. Well, I got to get up out of here. Wrap it up. But yeah, she was accurate. She was very accurate. I mean, it's they trying to set people up with money for fame and fortune. Because if you ever been with R. Kelly as a see, I haven't followed that case, the Deshaun Watson case. I seen when it broke and stuff, but I haven't followed it, so I'm not sure what's really going on with that. But I'm gonna go do that. I'm just busy, but I'm gonna follow up on that one. And then as far as yeah, she was right though. They tried to that's what I was gonna say. If if you ever been with R. Kelly, as far as you're a woman, whatever, and you've been with him, you could say anything because and you can't. I'm just saying people they say anything because because of what's going on. So you can the floodgates open for you to just lie on him, and then you can go write a book. Anybody will give you a book deal, a reality show, just from being with him because of who he is. So I think that's what a lot of these women want, clout and whatever. So that's just like that one girl. I think it was Kitty Jones. She had posted a flyer, and she was, I guess, DJing or something along those lines like a year ago. Maybe it might have been more recent than that. And she put like on the flyer, it was good music, la la la, whatever. But then it said Kitty Jones, and then right under it, it said from Surviving R. Kelly. It's like, why do you need to put that on an advertisement for you DJing? What is you being on Surviving R. Kelly got to do with that? Because
It's
she wanted
called
the
clout
advertisement.
chasing. It's called clout
Exactly.
chasing.
Exactly. She wanted that to people to say like, oh, she was that alleged, she was that
It's
accuser
on my
from.
girl.
Hey,
So,
hey, you know I'm keeping on
yo,
this. Hey,
thank you
I'm
for
at a
coming because
resort.
I gotta go. Thank you.
Shut up. I can't stay because I'm at a resort.
Nah, you gotta take my place. I gotta go. I
Don't
gotta
you
run.
go nowhere.
Well, you can go ahead and go, but I can't stay long. Look, I snuck up here in the room while everybody doing other stuff to be on here. I couldn't wait to get back to the room. I
Right.
couldn't wait to get back to the room. What I miss, y'all? What I miss?
Mm. Dom, you gotta give
Sylvia,
a
did
short
you hear?
version.
Sylvia, did you hear what One Cool P said about your channel though?
What she said?
I'm sorry, I got dropped, y'all. I'm
Yeah, you good.
multitasking. I'm in my car. I just got me some Starbucks and come over here, got gas. Next thing I know, I got dropped.
So what
Oh,
did you
okay, you
say
good.
about my
Sylvia,
channel? Huh?
yeah, go
I just
ahead.
said how
Tell her
much I
what you
love your
said.
channel and I enjoyed your channel and I'm glad that I found you.
Oh,
And I think the first one I found was Spitting Fire, and then following with her. With first it was Tracy's point of view, a view from Tracy's point, or something like that. Then it was Spitting
uh-huh.
Fire, and then it was you. So
Oh, thank you.
I am a devout listener, checking out and anything and all things. I'm like that sponge. I'm trying to soak up everything and anything I can for the positivity of Mr. R. Kelly. And you asked me about the question about the trial. I think the trial is going good. I like Kennick. I like how him and Nicole is handling this. I just, like I said, I just wish that they could bring in, like, before the last day before they close, bring in some other musicians from all genre and all age era group and ask them about groupies and such, because basically this is a groupie type situation. These are screw jobs. And then she said she had an agent. So like I said, watch these girls that got these agents, because this is the kind of crap that they're up to, and they are targets, they are plants, and they're just after the bag.
And you might be onto something because they probably will. I don't know if they will, but in the next two and a half, 3 weeks, that's the defense's. That's who they're gonna bring their witnesses.
Right.
Did we get
So they could bring a musician in or a friend of his, in the music industry or something like that, which I would do if I was his attorney, like you said, to show that this is what goes on. This is
Right,
what goes on.
exactly.
So
This that they're doing is nothing new. The only problem is these parents targeted him because they know he has
Right.
tendency to be, younger girls. But I think since that other crap that happened way back in whatever day it was, whatever year, I believe that he decided, you know what? I'm going to make sure everybody's 18. And I believe that he did try to put guards at the gate to check your age and guards at the door to check age. I saw a video where he was singing a song on his concert and he was saying, "Hey, who want to come home with dad?" He did say daddy. "Who want to come home? I want to take someone home." And he said, "There's one thing. You got to be 18." And they walked around with these big things in their hands holding up 18 and everybody laughed and went on and he started singing his song. I think he did try to clean himself up and say, "Look, I'm going to make sure you guys are 18. Period."
Right. Right.
But I think the people around him failed him. Starting with that agent of his. I can never get his name right. Mr. Hackensack is what I call him. Hackensack.
Who's that?
Aaliyah's uncle.
Oh, Hankerson.
Barry.
Yeah,
Right. I
Hankerson.
always screw the name up. So
Right.
I just call him Hacker Fool, Hackathon, whatever I can come up with at the time when whatever
Hackerson.
my whatever whatever
Right.
my
Yeah,
whatever my pistivity is at him at the point in time is what I'll say.
right. Yeah, he's a part of a lot of it, because he did um he,
All
like,
right,
for
y'all. I'm
example,
back. What I missed? What I missed? What I missed?
he
Cause you know,
decided to
listen, look, y'all. When I sneak
go
in
ahead.
here, y'all got to hurry up and tell me what's going on before they come back to the room. Now, what happened?
Did you hear
Y'all
what
gotta tell me
Tasha
what
K?
happened.
So basically, damn, Spitfire, you gotta go back and watch.
Some of
Tasha
them.
K.
You can talk faster than some of that.
Yeah, okay. Well, Tasha K, basically, she's in the middle of a whole federal investigation with a
Wow.
federal officer.
Like we didn't know that.
Right, right. That federal officer was allegedly giving Tasha K R. Kelly's all his records, the emails, the phone calls, the recorded phone calls, the commissary amount, who was sending the money, all that. And so they found out that this officer was doing it in
A
2019 for 6 months.
prison, a prison guard or an officer?
A what? Like a
A
prison,
prison.
yeah, federal BOP prison guard, like officer.
Oh,
She,
the
yeah,
private. Oh,
yeah, actually a disciplinary hearing officer for, like, in the prison.
oh,
So if you get in trouble, you have to go see her. She's the one who does the write ups and stuff like that. So but she retired the day the last YouTube video that Tasha K put up saying released emails of R. Kelly. That was the day this lady retired.
okay. And so what? They still gonna go after her, right?
So yeah, so there's a federal so she looked up R. Kelly's um um information, all that, 153 times. Not once, not twice, 153. 153 times. She sent, oh, this is good. She sent that information. She logged into her BOP computer, got the information, and emailed all that information to her private Gmail account. How stupid. So yeah, so she's one big dummy for one. But so she sent all that information, and then they're just putting two and two together, because they're like, Tasha K is saying she has a connect, and no one can get a hold of it. Like, she's basically saying she has a connection, and she's not going to say who or whatever. And they're saying that this connection is this officer, or the Federal Bureau, prison
Well,
worker or
the only
whatever.
way that you can sit up there and get his prison records if you got somebody within that leaked it to you. So once you
Exactly.
said that you got it, dummy, that was stupid for you to sit up there and say that, because they're gonna know it had to be from an inside job. But I want to
Exactly.
know, now that we know that Tasha K was linked to it, which we all said that over here. We said that 2 years ago. I mean, when she first said that she got R. Kelly prison records, and when she said it again earlier this year, when Angela fell out, she said, "How you think you got the records?" Right. So is Angela gonna be in trouble for receiving them records too?
I don't know. So I don't know. So I think what's going to happen is they're trying to find a chain of custody. So they're trying to find out who initiated it, the communication, who started this, whose idea was it. I think that's going to be the big thing, but still at the end of the day, that's like if you're a prison guard, it does
The
not
government
matter.
need to
You
drop
can't
this.
have sex with an inmate. So no matter what it is, no matter what happened and how they persuaded you, if they bribed you, if Tasha K gave her 50,000 or 15,000, whatever it was, you still had an obligation and duty as the
That's bribery
officer.
right there. That's motherfucking that's Rico right there.
Yeah, right. That's what we said. That's what we were saying on the live. Everybody
That's
was
the
laughing,
fucking Rico,
but they
and
said,
then
yeah,
not only that, and then Angelo got a hold to it.
right,
Cause he
right. So
said she
that's what
wanted
people were saying. That's
Angelo.
bribery.
Now what? Now I want to know what the media. Now I seen an article where the media tried to clear it up.
Right. Also too, in the same article, right, in Chicago Tribune, they mentioned Sylvia.
What they say with Sylvia?
They said that a blogger is doing role reenactment of the trial. They gave her a shout out, like a good
Gave me
thing.
a
They gave her a
shout
shout
out.
out.
That's
Oh,
awesome because that's going to bring you more viewers.
Yeah, so far today I've gotten 100 new subscribers.
There you go.
there you
Mhm.
go.
Mhm.
There you have it.
There you
Didn't
go.
I tell you? What your sister tell you, Sylvia?
You told me a couple of weeks ago.
There I have.
I
There you
I
have it.
love it. I love it because I'm telling you, like I don't think you was on there, Sylvia, when I said that, but I used to be an over the road truck driver for like 17 years.
Uh-huh.
And I used to go to the truck stop and they had these books on tape that you can pick up. And I would buy the unabridged version and sometimes there's like 13, we talking cassette tapes. So like I said, I'm 57 years old,
Mhm.
but I'd rent the unabridged version and then that way they give
You
you
sound
all
like
these
you
different.
37.
Baby, I'm living like I'm 25 though.
I know that's
Okay,
right. I know that's right.
but yeah, no. So I would get these books and listen to them because I love it. And you 13, 14 tapes, you get across some states listen to that,
Mhm.
especially when they're good. And you got everybody a different voice for every character, and somebody put some feelings in it, like that dude you had
That's
doing the
Daddy
Keddick
Lolo.
was a
Daddy
Daddy
Lolo and
Lolo. Lord help me. Daddy Lolo made me go post something to drink one day. I was sitting there listening to him. I said, this fool be clowning.
and T
I'm gonna have to go
Steven,
post.
T Steven too. T Steven played Demetrius.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna have to go get me a little sippy sip listening to this fool.
I sat up there and I was in the bed asleep, Sylvia. We didn't get a chance to talk. But you asked me the other day and I was in the bed asleep about a month or so ago. And I woke up out my sleep and that's when I sent you that text, wee hours of the night.
Yeah, you sure did. You
And
sure
that's
did.
when I sent you that text because it was on my heart. He said you must tell her. And I said, okay. And I told you and I went back to sleep.
Yeah, you did. And then somebody yesterday came on the live and confirmed everything. It's like God has been doing precept by precept by precept, and I've been like running away from it. But you can't run away from God.
Mm-mm.
You can't. You can't. And I told you. I told you it was time.
Yeah,
I
you
did
did.
not. I told you that.
You did. You did.
Well, I appreciate all of you guys spitting fire, you too, because I've been listening to you.
Thank you, baby.
I'm just loving it. It's been I'm behind on all my TV watching, but they all DVR. They'll be there when I get to it. Just be more. I'll binge watch that later.
So,
I,
so
I
I had cut it down one cool thing. I cut it
uh-huh.
down because I was like, that's too many hours. Nobody's gonna listen to it. But now I know you listens to it.
Oh no, baby, I listen to it. If I have to pause it, because I do work, I own a little trucking company.
Uh
So if
huh.
I do have some stuff that I'm doing in the daytime, and the girl got to sleep, I'm always doing something with the drivers and this, that, and the other. So I would pause it and go back to it when I wake up.
Hmm.
But no, I'm finishing every. I'm like I said, I'm like that sponge. I'm soaking it all up because I've been defending this man, and everybody in my family been kind of crucifying me because I've been defending him.
Yes.
I don't know if you were listening when I told the story about my ex-husband and what he put me through, but I've never really believed in these young thoughts. Well, they call them thoughts now, but back then we just call them hoes, straight up,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
know.
So
But
did. For sure did. That's all they was. That's just the old fashioned term. They ain't gonna
That's
never
just
go
the
out
oh,
of style.
look. I like I said, that girl was young and took and it was so bad about it. I bought I bought the rings for us to get married. This fool took my ring. I'm still paying on it. This fool took my ring and pawned it. He got $20. I found out that I had three damn diamonds put in that damn band. I was so mad at him. I went and got it at the pawn shop. I got it. I still have it today. I look at it sometime and I laugh. But the fool wouldn't pawn it. He bought a dime bag of weed, a $5 piece of crack or whatever, and him and her sit up and smoke some primos together.
Oh yeah, he got yeah, that's why then, baby. He was on drugs.
Damn.
He would have had to be on drugs to leave a woman whose business mind like you. He had to be.
Yeah, he
Oh,
ain't
we
worth nothing
when
anyway.
when
If he
when when
doing
we
that.
talk when we talk today, whenever we talk, we don't hardly talk too much now, but when we used to talk on a freak, he would be like, "You know, you're my first wife, right?" I said, "Mm-hmm." He said, "You know the one I should have stayed with." I said, "I got you." I think he's had like 4 or 5 of them now. And he said he'd been trying to find that replacement. I said, "Well, good luck.
Right,
Good luck."
right. Yeah, that's on him. Yeah, he lost out.
Hmm.
He lost out. And
I mean,
it
I
always
went
happen,
through.
baby.
That's
Always
right.
happen like that.
But you know what? And it's always been the young girls. It's always, and a lot of people that listen to me say you're biased because young girls have always took something or man away from you or whatever. When we was in the shelter, we got kicked out of a shelter because he got caught on tape, dumbass. Supposed to be in there mopping the main floors, and he goes in there in his girl's room and staying there for an hour or so. I'm down there in the other part in the kitchen doing my. I used to love to cook and clean and stuff. That was always my thing. So I'm down in the kitchen doing my chores. He's upstairs supposed to be mopping the floors or just the main floors. He's up there dip dabbing with her and then got us put out. And she was young with a baby. So when it comes to younger girls, I don't know. I just don't fall and believe. What's your motive?
You know what? For one, the thing of it is, I think we are. It ain't just us as fans or supporters like people think. I think we one of the guys chosen ones to get the word out here and fight because
You're muted. We can't hear you. You're muted. Spitting fire. You're muted. I guess she'll come back when she realizes she's muted.
Hmm.
All right, so Sylvia, I gotta go, but I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you for having me. I'll
Oh,
see you
thank
later.
you.
Nice
Thank you
meeting
for
you,
reading.
one cool P.
It was nice
Nice meeting
talking and
you.
meeting with you too, sir.
All
Won't
right,
won't
you
be
be
the last
blessed.
if I catch you guys online. I got time. I'm in my car in
Yeah, I'm on
between.
here
This
regularly.
is this is well during the day sometime I'm always kind of busy with my company, but today is a day I'm just out running errands, dropping off, take back and things like that today. So I'm in my
Right.
car. But I'll log
That's
in
what's
and
up.
chit chat, chop it up with you. Miss Sylvia,
Yes,
I'm gonna
ma'am.
drop you a couple of bills because I want
Oh,
to help
thank
you get
you.
those
Thank you.
transcripts and stuff. But
Thank
I was
you.
asking for your Zelle. I think I have it,
It's
but my
right there.
tablet.
It's sparks1565 at gmail.com. That's myself.
Okay, see, somebody gave me something different, a DODR something
No,
something. I wrote down.
that's PayPal.
PayPal.
That's PayPal.
Oh, okay, okay,
Zelle is the sparks1565 at Gmail email.
okay. I'm almost at my house again, so I can be able to. I don't know how long you're gonna keep this live open, but just give me a minute. My tablet fell on. It's on the passenger floorboard now, so
Okay.
I can't get it to write. But like 2 minutes, I'll be at my house. I can write that down.
Okay, great.
I'd rather do Zelle because I run a business. I don't trust
Yeah, trust
I
me, I
don't trust
understand. And,
Cash App.
and pretty soon, the way I'm getting ready revamp everything with my channel is going to be
Hmm.
where people going to get, whenever you donate, you're going to get tax credit for donating. Because I do have a 501c3. I'm getting ready to zoom it up, y'all. Trust me.
Okay,
Where
because
you guys going to get credit.
I thought about that because I thought that there's a way to be able to tax write this off. I have another guy that's got a basketball camp. I've been trying to help him get his camp going off and going. So I figured that there should be a way that I could wrap write that
Yeah,
off.
I do have a 501c3. I just have to when my accounting was telling me I have to do restructure it so it could be
Hmm.
more towards what I'm doing now, fighting for injustice. So I'm just waiting for restructuring, and then I'll give you guys my tax ID number for the nonprofit. That's gonna so anytime anybody donate anything to this channel, it will go. You'll be able to write it off in your taxes.
Got you.
So
Okay, I'm just pulling my
I'm getting
driveway
there.
now.
See, I'm getting there. You know, God is just moving. I just have to be obedient.
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
I got you. What is that? That Zelle
Zelle is sparks1565 at gmail.com.
Sparks at
1565 1565 at gmail.com. So that I got to get with my accountant and try to get this thing together. So you guys, whenever y'all donate to this channel, that you will get a tax write off. So
yeah, I got it.
okay.
Yeah, as soon as I get back, I got a lot of stuff I got to do in the office today. I'll probably be turning on something that y'all doing, listening to a reading and working at the same time. But I'm gonna get you a couple of bills sent over.
Okay. High maintenance. I do have a 501c3. I just need to revamp my 501c. I've had it for what, 8 years. So I just have to revamp it. I was answering that question.
And
Ooh.
as you can tell, I'm an open book, so I don't care if you put my name out there about anything. I,
I don't.
I, I think sometimes that when people tell stories,
Hmm.
especially if they're factual and truthful, maybe they can help somebody. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Um, who needs a shrink? Just open up your mouth and let your problems out. Talk.
Hello. I do it
Hello.
all the time.
And some people say, how do you survive the dumb crap you've been through?
Mhm.
I just, I hold it for a moment to absorb it, to analyze it, and then I'll talk about it later.
Yeah. And you know what? And then when you open up your mouth, you're helping somebody else. And that's what the purpose
Hmm.
of us being on this earth is, for us to help others. People don't realize that. People take information, take finances, and keep it for themselves. And that's not the way God intended. He intended for us to help others. You know? So, yes, she is, Chanel. You are a testimony. Somebody say you're a testimony. Spitting fire, man. I tell you, my head is spinning.
Your head is spinning. Okay, so
It's
when did
spinning.
all this come about? Like today? All this
Today,
dropped today?
today, yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Did she do a thing on it like she was in trouble with Cardi B? Now she maybe in trouble with this stuff and
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It just came in the paper today. Today.
well, I would like to know what his attorney's saying about it.
I don't know. Not yet. I haven't heard anything yet. I haven't heard anything yet.
What happened?
Your phone keep going out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably because when I walked in my house, my phone is set to instantly connect to my Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Someone was mentioning. Oh, okay. Someone was mentioning that you're a testimony.
Oh yeah, I heard that part. And then I said, I had met Tamla Mann and David Mann, and that
Mhm.
they live like 6 miles away from me.
Mhm.
And I was talking to them about trying to. Well, I didn't mention it then. I kind of hinted it, but I got some contact information. I want to talk to her about trying to get me a meeting with Mr. Perry.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
then I joked by saying, so if y'all see one of these series come out and it's about a woman with a bunch of crazy crap happening in her life, that would be me. give him give him some real life stuff here, dude. Fix this up, okay? But I
Mm,
appreciate you guys. I'm finna crank up this computer. I got some stuff I need to print out that somebody just sent me.
Okay.
And I'll catch y'all another live. Thank you
Well,
for
thank
having
you.
me on, and we'll talk
Thank you for
another time.
coming. Definitely, definitely.
Mhm. Okay,
All
bye
right.
bye.
Bye
Bye.
Bye,
bye.
spitting fire. Just love
Bye
you, girl.
bye,
You're a
baby.
mess. You're a mess. We can hang and party if I lived in your area. I was
Oh,
like, I can
yes, for
hang with that
sure.
girl. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye bye,
Thank
baby.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Spitting
Girl.
fire.
Girl,
Yes.
yes. Oh, girl, they down there having a good time. I snuck right away. I snuck right away, y'all. I snuck away. So I was like, oh my God. So all this happened. I'm like, she ought to know her ass gonna get in some serious trouble.
Yeah.
I want all them to get in trouble. Now I want all them to get in trouble. I want all them to get in trouble. That cause see to me, it seems like that's a conflict of interest. Seems like to me, yes, that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
I want to know if his attorneys got that because they need to put all kind of motions in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
They need to put all kind of motions in. I want to know how they gonna get over. I want to know how they go. I
Yes,
want
Daddy
to
Lola. I want to answer him. Yes, Daddy Lola. We're doing a reenactment at 7 o'clock today. We're going to complete day 26, and hopefully we'll have the new transcript by tomorrow because she emailed me and told me that she'll get me the invoice. So hopefully we'll get it by tomorrow.
oh
Yeah.
oh girl, dang! I be gone a couple days. I miss everything. What stuff has to happen when I leave?
I don't know. I don't know.
Damn, I want to go live so bad. I ain't got nothing to do. I can't even do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
Definitely.
my goodness. I
Mm.
can't even believe that. Oh well, you can't
Yeah.
do it. I want to know what everybody gonna say now. Why everybody trying to hold on to that theory? That's why they probably came out with what's his name? Black News. What's that? BNC?
BNC.
The
Yeah.
BNC
I
channel, the one that Joe Brown cussed the anchor out.
yeah. It's
I want to
BNC.
know. Yeah, I want to know what they got to say. I want to know what they got. That's probably why they had that pasta out. Talk about R. Kelly music needs to be banned forever.
Yeah. But it ain't gonna happen because God said something different.
Right.
Yeah. God said something different.
Mm-mm-mm. Oh, this shit is crazy, girl.
It is crazy. Oh, someone
It's
wants me to hit
crazy.
Pastor Peter's song.
This shit is crazy. This stuff is crazy. Okay, y'all. I gotta go. I'll be back.
All right. Okay, guys. I'm about to get ready, get on out of here. I'll be back on at 7 p.m. for the reenactment of the transcript. We're almost finished with day 26. So I'll see you guys tonight, okay? Just check it out. Share this channel as well. Remember, always share. Hit the like button because it's going to spread the word. Because we are for Robert Sylvester Kelly. We believe in his innocent. And there's some new things coming about. And I just always say glory to God. Because if it wasn't for him, Robert situation would have not been turned around. And he is coming out. We trust God. We believe God. We just have to go through the process. Got to trust God through the process. So you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you guys in the next 2 hours. Okay? All right. Bye. Love you guys.